I'm meant to strike. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway.
Yo, Floats, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We are joined by Jeff. I hope you're doing well, Jeff.
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, thank
Hello,
you. And
everyone.
Yanush popped in as
Hey,
well.
hello, you guys.
Hello.
Good to be back.
So it's good to see you guys, man. Yeah, so tonight it's going to be different. We're going on to Discord and we're going to be debating with Mr. Bev Try Thinking. Whoa. Because he says we don't know what science is.
Okay.
I mean, remember, this is the guy that understands that horizontal is level, but still thinks the Earth's not flat.
Yeah.
Weird. But anyway, it's good to see you all. Please hit the likes, share the show, guys. Let everybody know we are live. Appreciate you all. And let's see if I can share my screen. There we go. Is it showing? Should be.
Yes, it is.
We're going to hop into his Discord and we're going to see what's going to go on. Let's see what's going to happen. Hello.
Well, darn it.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? Very quiet. Hello.
No, is that you in here?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in Discord.
welcome.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm not so sure you've got your sound levels correct, have you?
Let's see. Because I've got my sound set up for my restream. That's why. Let's see. Voice, audio, output, input. No. Microphone. Testing 1, 2. Better?
That sounds better.
Okay, there we go. Cool. So, you wanted to talk. What exactly about tonight?
Well, we might have to clear up a little bit of confusion. I originally wrote a message to QE about science, and I thanked you in that message for being the only Discord server that hasn't banned me or anybody else associated with me.
I don't see the reason to ban you, though.
That was thanks, Flatzoid, for like giving me a chance to be able to communicate with these flat earthers, really. So the offer was to QE because, I think the last time we really talked to him when QE was in the Discord server, he left here saying, "You stick to level as horizontal and keep away from science." But it came up a little bit just recently about Doctor. I think you were laughing at him or whatever. I know Nathan was.
Dr. Shiva.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing at him.
Test.
Yeah, I was laughing at him. The guy's claiming to do scientific method, but totally doesn't even know what the scientific method is.
Well, I don't know. I thought the way I saw it, he was asking Dave to come up with a test that everyone would be happy with.
No, he was
Just
clearly
giving him the chance to do that and offering to write up some papers or something.
No, he clearly made a claim that observation is science.
Yeah, but he was offering Dave a chance to come up with some sort of an experiment.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But
Scientific
that's what I say.
experiment.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He doesn't know what experiment is because he was proposing something that's not science.
Okay. Well, now could we come up with a scientific thing, right? But I mean, let's get into that in a bit. Can we sort out the idea that this was just a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You turned it into a debate. So, in your mind, what takes occurrence tonight? What's this debate about? I notice you've got a poll on your.
Yeah. By default, you're a flat earther.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of people have said that. Somebody said the other day because the plane of the horizon, right? That makes you a flat earther too. So there's loads of things that make you a flat earther in the eyes of flat earthers, and
even globe earthers are by default flat earthers. So
the dogmatic globe earthers, yeah. but in reality, Flatzoid, there is, people live in reality, don't they?
Yes, agreed.
And what Dr. Shiva was saying, is there a scientific test we can come up with that both sides of the false dichotomy, would they be happy with a test for something in reality?
We can test. It's simple to be able to test the difference, but it doesn't make it science, though.
The difference of what? Like you can't think of any science, can you not?
No, you can do science, but science is only based on a cause and effect relationship. So when you are trying to affirm a shape, it's not scientific.
Isn't geometry the science of line and form, though? Really, point, line, and form.
It's not science.
Did you not say that geometry is the science of?
No, there's
line?
There's no cause for geometry.
Well, I mean, it goes into logic, doesn't it? When you get to that sort of stage, and you've got reason and consequent, very similar.
Not really.
Antecedent consequent relationship. Isn't that like cause and effect within science?
To an extent, yes.
If then.
Therefore,
could you come up with an if then? Right, that would sort of end up following the scientific method. That was the idea of, the conversation I was hoping to have with QE, because QE was laughing at this bloke as well.
Yeah, because it was hilarious. Dr. Shiva was not presenting any science, but he was going on as if he was.
No, he was asking Dave whether Dave could come up with an agreement.
No, he clearly was explaining to him what the scientific method was, and he got it wrong from step one.
Yeah, I see it differently. I saw him asking whether there would be something that could be done to help both sides of this false dichotomy work it out, right? Some agreement somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, what would you, in your mind, would establish to you that the Earth is a horizontal plane?
It's not.
And how do you know
it's
that?
Quite easy to show that it's not a horizontal
And how
plane.
do you know that?
Measurements that show it's not a horizontal plane.
What measurements?
What do you mean, what measurements?
Any
measurement.
There's no measurement
that show it's not a horizontal plane. Surely.
But I mean, you agree that a water level lies horizontal.
A water level is a tool for establishing a horizontal plane of reference.
Yeah, and if water lies level at rest, that means it's always horizontal. If you take, for instance, a large lake, which is at rest, it means that whole lake sits horizontal.
Okay. So can you devise a test then?
Yes, people have.
Do you come to a conclusion about level being a tool that establishes a horizontal plane of reference?
That's how water levels work. They work on leveling water, on the principle that water finds horizontal when at rest.
Yeah.
So when you do a water level test and you understand that if you have, for instance, a large lake or something, there is no curve from point A to point B. There's should be curve if it's a globe. Horizontal cannot
What should be
exist.
curved? The
Horizontal cannot exist on a globe.
Are you saying that horizontal would curve?
It can't. That's a contradiction.
Well, that's it. Okay, well, at least we can agree on that, right?
Yeah, because that's
There's
where you
no
came.
curve to horizontal.
Yeah, it's where you came with the bendizontal idea.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
that
we
doesn't exist, does it?
no bendizontals don't exist. I agree.
So in reality, there are tools that do establish a horizontal plane of reference, right?
Yes, and the fact that we have those horizontal planes of reference means it cannot be a curve.
What cannot be a curve? The horizontal?
The Earth, because the reference follows
Yeah,
parallel.
yeah.
The reference follows parallel to the water at rest.
So what reference does?
The horizontal plane. If you had to, for instance, take your theodolite or water level and set up your horizontal, and you are measuring it over a lake which is horizontal, it's parallel to it. That would be impossible on a globe Earth.
On which globe Earth?
There's no
Do you think? Well, let's just put it this way. What do you think Earth is?
Dirt, soil.
No, I agree. That's the name given for Earth at it. But what do you think the overall shape of the Earth would be, according to you?
I wouldn't know. I don't objectify.
So you're just a
as a
skeptic, though. You don't believe it's a globe or flat. You just have a formless shape.
False dichotomy, Flatzoid. You know about that, right?
Yes, I do.
I'm the one that said it's a false dichotomy. You even parroted it. You
I
and
agree.
Nathan.
No, I didn't. No,
Yeah.
I didn't parrot anything. It is a false dichotomy, and I didn't get it from you, by the way.
Okay. So what's the false dichotomy, Flatzoid?
Why are you trying to change? I'm asking you specifically what you think.
No,
the
I'm
Earth
asking
is.
you.
We'll get to. We'll get.
your false dichotomy.
I don't have a false dichotomy. I'm asking you
You've
what.
just told me it's a false dichotomy. What's a false
the
dichotomy?
TFE was
The one
a
that you
false
just said?
dichotomy. The TFE was a false dichotomy, not what you believe the Earth to be.
TFE is a false dichotomy.
Yes, was.
Go on, explain.
Already explained, because he was basing it on only having two outcomes based on the straw man of either flat or globe, which is already accounting for that could be a third option. So it's a false dichotomy.
So flat versus globe is a false dichotomy.
Actually,
Flatzoid.
yes.
Okay. Well, I agree.
So are you going to answer me what you believe
we can agree on that.
Yeah, so would you agree to just would you then oblige me with what you believe the Earth to be then?
Well, I take it when you say flat versus globe, your globe is spherical.
Yeah, a globe is a spherical oblate spheroid, you could say. But you know me well
Flat
that when I
spherical.
you know me well when
Exactly,
I say
yeah.
But you know me perfectly well when I say flat Earth, we mean a topographical horizontal enclosed stationary plane.
Yeah, you mean not flat?
No, the overall shape's flat.
So do you mean flat? Or
Horizontal.
Do you mean not flat?
Horizontal.
What? By flat, you mean horizontal?
Let's do another one. A waffle. You know, have you ever had a waffle and ice cream before?
No. Well, I mean, I have waffles, but
Or a pancake.
potato
Let's say a
waffles.
pancake, that you've made a pancake, but you haven't rolled it up yet. You understand that the overall shape of that pancake is horizontal, it's flat.
Unshaped.
Okay. So, but it has divots in it. It has bumps and lumps and all that.
It's a pancake, yeah.
Great. So that's practically how reality is. The overall shape
what you think.
is horizontal, it's flat.
Is that not like a bit like the pizza idea, right? Except a little bit thinner.
It's the same. It's just to explain the topography. over horizontal.
Well, that's your flat Earth then.
That's what flat Earth is, a horizontal plane, yes.
Like a pancake.
No, I wouldn't
Circular,
say like a pancake. I'm just explaining.
nicely into a
I'm not
pan.
saying a pancake or pizza or anything. I'm just explaining
Flippable.
it to you to understand the overall shape is horizontal. It's flat and it has topography.
The shape is horizontal. Is horizontal a shape, Flatzoid?
It's a reference. I'm trying to think of the right word. It's a condition. It's a
Can I take
condition.
Yeah, it's a description of what it is. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so that's the false dichotomy is between that description and like a spherical thing.
No. We're still waiting for you to tell us what you believe
I'm
Earth
trying to
to
work
be.
out if you understand what the false dichotomy is first.
This isn't a false dichotomy. I'm just trying to figure out what you
It is a
believe.
false dichotomy, though. That's what you said, right?
No.
I
said if
I say it's a false dichotomy. Now I say that because I have two arguments.
Mhm.
One of them falsifies flat Earth, and the other one falsifies spherical.
Great. So what's the third option?
Who says you have to have a third option?
Are you for the globe or for flat Earth?
It's a false dichotomy.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Wait. So, no, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
A false dichotomy.
I know it is. So I'm
No,
asking
you
you.
really have to.
I'm asking you. So,
Yeah.
are you on the third option? So, do you know it's a globe?
Reality.
Do you believe it to be a globe or
Reality.
So there's three options then. Reality.
Reality.
So it's not a false dichotomy then, because there's a third
What is
option.
not a flat
What's the third?
versus,
What's the third
spherical
option?
globe is a false dichotomy. Flatzoid.
What's the third option?
Reality.
So it's not a false
Flatzoid.
dichotomy. A false dichotomy only has two.
Flat versus spherical is a false dichotomy.
Listen,
What can't you understand about
I'm going to
this?
explain this to you
I have
again.
this saying, Flatzoid.
Bev,
I have this saying.
I'm going to explain this again
People
to you.
within the
I'm going to
false
explain it to you
dichotomy
again because you
cannot
clearly
see the
you can't
false
count.
dichotomy.
Obviously, you can't count. The false dichotomy only has two possibilities. You saying there's a third possibility, so therefore it's not a false dichotomy.
I'm saying I know that those two choices that you keep giving, that you say is a false dichotomy. I know they are.
No, I'm not saying that. Again, you're misrepresenting what I'm saying.
You did say.
I know the Earth is flat. I know the Earth is. Wait.
Then for you.
I know the
flat versus globe should be a true dichotomy, right?
No. The Earth represents itself.
I don't think you understand this.
No, you're trying to misrepresent what I'm saying. The Earth is represented by reality. The reality shows itself to be a horizontal, stationary, enclosed plane. If you have an alternative to that, only one that makes a false dichotomy. But you claiming there's a third option because you're claiming not globe or flat, so therefore it's not a false dichotomy. You are not being specific to what your third option is. Just saying reality doesn't make it plausible because flat Earth is reality. So by definition, you are a flat earther by default.
So, is there anything that you could do within reality, scientifically, to sort of test this theory that you have, that reality is flat?
Well, like I said, shape is not science-based, but we can use science and natural law to equivocate to show the globe's false.
Like a modus tollens?
Almost.
Yeah.
The antecedent relationship of gas pressure.
And spherical.
Like the antecedent relationship of gas pressure. It requires containment. And since the globe claims there's no containment, it falsifies it.
Measurement, sorry, the measurement of pressure requires containment.
Are you breathing right now?
Yeah.
So you got pressure, not measuring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
need
need gas
containment to
pressure to
measure
breathe.
pressure.
You don't need gas pressure to measure. I mean, you
need
don't
the
measure. You don't
containment
need.
to be able to measure. You need to have a diaphragm.
I
So the
agree.
diaphragm can
Boyle's law
either
works.
expand or contract.
I agree. You do need a container to measure the gas pressure that's already contained. The fact is, you claim
you
that
call that measurement a measurement of pressure.
I'm breathing right now. Pressure. I'm not measuring it.
Okay. Can you devise a test?
Yeah, the second law of thermodynamics states that you cannot have gas pressure out of containment. So therefore, the test would be to show us a container without a container, you can have gas pressure.
And do you think if there were to be a group of 10 flat earthers and 10 globe earthers or whatever, right? 10. I wouldn't choose globe earthers. I'd just choose the MIT scientists or something. That'd be the ideal.
I'd love MIT scientists to talk on the subject. Oh wait, they give.
The idea is the offer on the table is for you to be able to devise a test that they would agree would show flat Earth, right?
I don't need to show
that
flat
was the
Earth.
idea.
Reality observes itself as flat. I'm not here to go and change people's minds.
Well, that was the idea. That was the conversation I was hoping to have with QE, because he's the science guy, right?
I'm not QE.
I know, but that's what I was asking. I was asking QE, and you said you would be happy to talk. I said, Are you sure? Because the conversation would go into the idea, the concept of the black swan.
Yeah,
right?
then we can go to the black swan.
Just started at the false dichotomy.
We can go with the black swan modus tollens if you want to.
But you've already stated, right? Because I've got, like I say, I've got two arguments to show a false dichotomy. Just in logic, it is really. You know what we've been studying, first principles. So we made a couple of arguments. One of these arguments falsifies flat Earth. It states the Earth is not flat, right? As the conclusion.
Okay.
So I'd say you're up against it because you would need to counter that one particular argument first. And I know it's only one of my arguments, but I would say the MIT guys might sort of agree that you need to get these most basic ones done first.
Like?
So what would you do to show your initial thing? If I say, if we measure, right, a vertical difference, a change on the vertical, then the land, right, changes and is not flat.
But land has topography.
Yes, as seen by mountains and valleys.
So you can't do it with land. So you can't do it with land.
They are observably not flat.
Yeah. No one's
Would
claiming
you agree
it.
on that?
Yeah, no one's claiming it is.
Okay. Well, you sort of claim it when you say
No.
the Earth's flat.
The overall condition is flat.
Well, yeah, but it's not flat, right? That's what it said. We just
The Earth's flat.
That
the Earth is flat.
Observably not flat.
Again, the overall condition is flat. It's horizontal.
Well, horizontal is horizontal, yes.
Great.
That is an orientation.
The Earth is horizontal.
That does exist
so,
in reality.
So should I change it to horizontal Earth then, if that's going to make you feel better?
Look, you can call yourself whatever you want, but again, I would say the same thing as I've just said to you. Any change on the vertical would show it's not horizontal, right?
Again, ground has topography. You have to do it based on water at rest.
Yeah. Well, I would say that there are tools that we use in reality, right? They're called levels. They establish a horizontal plane of reference, and we use that to be able to measure the difference from it.
So
So we know using these tools that the Earth is not flat?
No, by using these tools, we know the Earth is flat because if you go and measure
You-
a lake when at rest, it sits parallel with your horizontal reference.
So horizontal is the thing.
The Earth's horizontal. I think we already established that.
The Earth's not horizontal. I think that's what we do. But horizontal does exist, and there are tools.
Okay, can you
It's
have a
still
horizontal?
established
Can you
a
have a
horizontal.
horizontal? Can horizontals exist on a curve?
In reality, horizontals can be established. Yes.
Can horizontals exist on a curve?
What do you mean on a curve?
Can a curve include horizontal? The
You
answer is
can
no.
have
The answer is
horizontal
no.
curves. Have you ever seen like a roundabout, a curve on the side of a roundabout, the path, right? If that curves, that's called a horizontal curve.
Over a horizontal plane. It's curving in the wrong axis. It's not curving in the vertical.
Curving on the horizontal.
Yeah, it's not curving in the vertical.
Yeah, we also
Plane.
Curves. Have you seen like a quarter pipe? Shout out No Rad on his BMX. Have you ever seen those guys? That's a curve, isn't it? On the
Yeah.
vertical. Starts off from
But that's not horizontal.
and then goes to the vertical.
It's not horizontal.
That's not horizontal.
If it curves, it's not horizontal, dude. It's not hard to understand
What
this.
curves?
You just said the BMX curves.
No, there are curves in reality, right?
Yes.
There is horizontal in
Great.
reality.
Just like I explained earlier with a pancake or a pizza or whatever, or a waffle, the condition, the overall condition is horizontal. But everything on top of it has bumps and lumps and topography. The condition is horizontal. That is what Earth is. Earth is a horizontal condition.
Yes.
Earth is a horizontal condition with hills and valleys and mountains. Right?
Level is a horizontal condition.
Yeah, the Earth is level.
No, the level is a horizontal condition.
The level is
The Earth
parallel.
changes
The
on
level establishes a parallel horizontal to the Earth's condition, which is also horizontal. So therefore, the Earth is, by definition, flat.
Do you think you could devise some sort of a scientific experiment?
Again, it's not science. Shape is not science-based. I've told you this like 10 times.
he knows this.
Yeah, that's Bev, dude. How many times have we had this argument with people? Be
He
honest.
knows this. He knows this.
Circle round and round.
We're trying to work out some sort of science.
There's no science there. That's the whole point. There
What do you
is
mean
no
there's
science. Okay, tell me where's the
You
science
don't
in
think
shape?
you can science any of this?
You can't science shape. Tell me how you science shape. Go ahead. Give me a cause for shape,
We're not
please.
talking about shape,
We are.
dude.
We are.
Well, geometry then. Geometry is the science of shape.
Geometry is shape,
What
correct?
do you want to science?
You
Shape
claiming
line?
science. I'm telling you there's no science, so why are you trying to push it onto me?
No, I'm asking you, can you come up with something?
Why? I'm not the one claiming science. That's you. You are the one claiming
You
science, so
know-
it's your burden. It's got nothing to do with
Claiming
me.
science of what?
You claiming science has got something to do with
No,
shape.
you're the one that's claiming because horizontal, therefore flat Earth.
Because observe
I'm waiting
reality.
to see where the link from horizontal to your flat Earth is.
When you
How are
measure,
you going to explain that gap?
there is no gap.
'Cause
I
obviously
observe a
people
horizontal.
know.
No, there's no gap. I observe a horizontal stationary enclosed plane. Therefore, Earth is a horizontal stationary enclosed plane. It has nothing to do with science. Has nothing to do with one's belief. That is observable reality.
Hey, Flats, it's a measurement.
I have
It's
one
not
question.
science.
Right. So
Very simple question
If-
for our friend.
if we
Could you
prove
please answer,
level is
my friend,
horizontal,
Could you please answer one just very simple
that's what
question?
we're talking about.
Can horizontal be curved?
He already didn't answer that, Janusz. He told me no, horizontal can't be curved, but he doesn't want to accept that when you set up a level,
Horizontal,
it's horizontal.
perpendicular
No,
to
flat.
vertical.
Flat,
What a
flat.
stupid
Please
question.
let him answer, okay?
He's answered it,
friend.
Janesh.
My friend, could you please say again if horizontal can be curved?
Tell him to come in. You can come into the Discord. It'd be much easier. It's dead muffled
He's very
in
quiet.
the
Jansen.
background.
Very quiet. Can you hear better?
Very quiet. But anyway, yeah, it's parallel. We both agree with that. So parallel to a vertical.
No, perpendicular.
Perpendicular to vertical, I mean. So when you have a set plumb, all plumbs are parallel to one another, and all of them are perpendicular.
That's a claim. How can you prove that all?
Even the
plumbs are
definition,
parallel
even
to
the
one another?
definition of level states this.
Can you, like, because you just said that, right? Can you prove it?
Yes,
Or is that just another one of
I
those
can prove
things
it.
that you're just going to say?
I can
So
prove
you
it.
can, right?
Yes, you proved it
So
by using a water level.
With science.
It's not science.
No.
It's not a cause
So
and
you can't
effect.
prove it with science. How would you choose to prove?
Science doesn't prove things. So I thought you knew that.
Well, hey,
It either
there are proofs
validates
in
or
geometry.
it either validates or invalidates a
Geometry
hypothesis.
Mathematical. There's a proof there behind in the background, right? There
Geometry
is a system of proof giving
is not science.
stuff.
Geometry is not science.
Logic. It's pure logic.
It's not science. Logic doesn't mean science. Just because you have logic, it doesn't make it science.
Well, I think science.
What if you put on a lab coat?
Evolved.
What if you put on a lab coat and did some measuring? Would that be science?
No.
Isn't science just the acquisition of knowledge?
No.
No. Okay. Well, what do you define
In
as
short,
science?
it's acquisition of knowledge, but it's to figure out how our natural world works. So it's to figure out the causal relationships for things observed in nature.
Where'd you get that definition from?
Science.
Could you observe horizontal, Flatzoid?
Yes.
Okay, so could you do some natural science on that observation?
What's the
of
cause for horizontal?
What?
What's the cause for horizontal?
No, horizontal would be your naturally observed phenomena.
Then what's the cause for horizontal?
You have to find the cause for what the observation.
If it's science, it needs a causal relationship. Who's talking over me the whole time? The fact is, if you're claiming horizontal is the observed natural phenomena, that's the dependent variable. You require for science to have an independent variable, which would be the causal relationship for that DV. So what's the cause for horizontal?
No, you're saying you couldn't work that out, could you not?
I'm telling you it's not science. So what's the cause for horizontal?
Would it be flat Earth?
That's not a cause.
No. Is that
My friend, you have to understand that
No,
for
flat Earth
science,
is a condition. It has not to do with science. It's observable
well,
reality.
horizontal is a condition as well.
Yeah, which is Earth. Earth is horizontal condition.
Is flat Earth the same condition as horizontal?
Flat Earth is based on a horizontal plane, yes.
So the fact that horizontal, let's say, exists as a condition is the same thing that brings about flat Earth. But you say there's no way to test this scientifically.
Wait. There is no science for shape. We have observable measurements and
Horizontal
reality.
isn't a shape, though. We've already agreed on that.
Horizontal is a
It's
condition.
a condition.
But let's, for instance, say a circle. Is that a horizontal shape?
What?
A circle.
A circle, that's a shape.
It's horizontal. You can have a horizontal circle. Let's put it that way.
You can orientate a circle horizontally, yes.
Great. So what if Earth is a circle, as you would put it into the flat Earth realm?
Well, you said it was like a pancake.
No, misrepresenting me again. I was just making an analogy so you understand the condition with topography.
Well, I know topography because I've measured it, done a bit of surveying.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said you of all people know the Earth is flat.
No, it's not flat though. I know how because I've measured it to be not flat.
How?
That's
You
the
showed a
problem. You
horizontal
seem to-
measurement.
You seem to think that whenever anybody measures something to be not flat, you seem to associate that with flatness somehow.
So have you measured your water level not horizontal?
No, the water level is a tool for establishing a horizontal plane of reference.
Great. So when
Right,
you've
but
when you've established,
That doesn't make the Earth flat.
it does.
me.
So when you
It does
establish,
to you. I know it does. It does
Wait,
to
wait.
you, right?
you know why I'm asking this. Remember,
Not to me.
remember earlier I asked you, can you get horizontals on curves in the vertical? And you said no. Exactly. A water level shows you can't have a curved Earth because the water level is an established horizontal parallel to the condition of Earth.
You establish a horizontal on the side of a hill.
Is a hill water?
Why has it got to be water?
Because water at rest lies level.
I'm talking about establishing a horizontal on the side of a hill.
You want a
You do that
test.
on Earth?
You wanted a test, and your test is level water matches a predicted 100% horizontal to a water level.
Would that establish a horizontal on the side?
Bev by default literally shown this when he was trying to push his
Yes.
water level.
Flatzoid, do you think water is Earth?
Never claimed it to be.
You're saying water level being horizontal equals flat Earth.
Yes.
Now, please help me and everybody else bridge that gap.
We already did. The established horizontal, which can't exist on a curve.
A water level is a tool for establishing horizontals, right?
Which is parallel to the condition of Earth.
Well,
That's just
parallel. Yeah, horizontals are parallel. Big deal.
Okay, let's take LIGO for instance. Let's take
Still, the Earth isn't flat to me. Yeah, can we help me make that bridge, right?
Okay.
Because you're saying I'm default. There's loads of people, right? Bev's a flat earther. McToon's even got a particular room on his Discord server to shame me by calling me a flat earther.
And I don't agree with it.
Pretty much the same as you, Flatzoid.
I'm not
To me,
insulting you. I'm just telling you the
McToon
truth.
And you are no different.
No, I'm not insulting you like McToon. I'm just telling you the truth. By default, you're a flat earther. Just like McToon by default is a flat earther. Everybody who lives in reality is by default a flat earther. We all
No,
live
it's not
on a
flat.
horizontal.
It's not flat though.
It's very flat. It's very flat.
You just sound delusional, Flatzoid.
No delusions. That you still haven't pointed out what your issue is with horizontal. Yet you haven't shown to go
I've got
against
no problems
horizontal.
with horizontal. I told you. I'll tell you again. I can prove that level is horizontal.
Exactly.
Right? I can prove that a straight line lies within a plane.
Yes,
I can
100%.
prove
I agree. So flat
Now,
Earth. Then.
I think, Flatzoid, I think I can do that scientifically.
No, you can't. There's no cause for horizontal.
It just is, dude.
Can you
Did
give me?
hear what I said?
Okay,
Think
set up.
I can
Okay, let's do
prove
it this way.
A straight line lies within a plane.
Okay, let's do it this way. What is your hypothesis?
That a straight line lies within a plane.
That's not a hypothesis. A hypothesis requires a cause and effect.
It's my statement.
That's why it's
A
not an
straight
hypothesis,
line lies within a plane.
which is not a hypothesis. It's a statement. I wanted a hypothesis, please.
It's a statement to be proved.
It's not a hypothesis. A hypothesis requires you to claim the thing I observed is due to this cause.
It's okay. There's no need for you to get all shouty. You've already
I'm just
said
telling you, you don't know what science
that
is, and
you
I'm showing
can't do
it.
it.
I'm
It's
literally
nothing to do
showing.
with science.
I'm
right?
showing
And you can't even prove it geometrically, can you?
geometry is not science either. So I'm waiting to
I
hear.
know, but geometry does give you proof. And you've said, Flatzoid, the flat earther, right, has said he can't prove it scientifically because there's no science to be done. You can't prove it geometrically, which is where the actual science is.
What's geometry,
So
Bev?
you, Flatzoid, have nothing.
What's geometry, Bev? What's geometry?
I don't know what you after.
What is geometry? It's a simple question. What is geometry?
It's not science, according to you.
No, geometry is not science. So I'm asking Bev, what is geometry?
Science
Bev?
of point, line, and form.
No, it's a
Pure
mathematical.
geometric
Geometry is a
axiom
mathematical
system.
construct to describe a shape.
Flatzoid, you're woefully ignorant of the true beauty of geometry. And I feel sad for you.
Okay, let's put it this way.
Because you've got nothing. You haven't even got a geometric proof.
It's really, how can I put this? Bev, literally, you don't know what science is. You don't even know what geometry is, even though you push it like it's your religion, which is weird. You literally agreed with me that horizontal can't curve and you measure horizontal and then still claim somehow it's not horizontal. You are literally backtracking your own words after you make claims and trying to tell me to redo your claims for you. Now, I'm asking again, since you claim your statement is a hypothesis, I'm telling you it's not, will you please give me the scientific hypothesis for the cause of horizontal?
That's not what I said I could do.
You said horizontal is scientific, geometry is scientific.
No, I said there is science that can be done practically in reality.
Like?
Yes.
Like?
But like proving that a straight line lies within a plane.
That's not science.
Well, it's proposition 1, book 11.
I know, which is not science.
Euclid.
Yes,
Which is geometry.
Euclid's axioms is not science.
An axiom, proposition.
Proposition, it's not science.
It's how you prove things within geometry.
Within maths, within mathematical descriptions.
Yeah.
Not
what
reality.
We take those concepts, Flatzoid, particularly because book 11 is solid geometry, right? 3D reality, and we show how these geometric concepts comport to reality.
I agree, which is measure the horizontal plane. I agree.
You don't think you can do that?
Measure the horizontal plane. So yes, we observe and measure
If you know that
horizontal.
there's no proof, if you know science doesn't prove things, why do you keep asking Bev?
It validates or invalidates a scientific hypothesis. Bev is claiming science for geometry. Bev is claiming science for shape. Not me. So I'm keeping him to his word to show us the science that he claims it has.
I've got a few arguments right to falsify flat Earth, for one.
You can't falsify something that's horizontally observed and measured.
I can't falsify horizontal being an orientation in reality, no. I can
So are you
falsify
using
flat Earth.
Flat Earth is horizontal.
Are you using the scientific method to prove that Bev doesn't know what science is?
No, I'm using logic.
But I thought we were talking about science.
Bev is claiming science. I'm saying there is no science. Are you hard at hearing or hard at understanding? He's the one claiming science. I am telling you there is no science. I know you're retarded, but get this in your head. I'm talking to Bev. Bev, is there science for shape? Yes or no?
Yes.
So give me the scientific geometry is not science.
The science of shape.
Then give me the scientific hypothesis for geometry. Go ahead.
What?
Give me the scientific hypothesis for geometry. You said it's the science, so give it.
How is flat towing the authoritarian line right now when flat Earth is?
Hi Emma, can you let
everything.
Bev actually keep with his claim, please?
Well, could you do the same with your panel then in the background?
They
Because
keeping
if they're
quiet.
all talking. They weren't earlier, so that was like a free.
And they
fall.
kept
So
quiet.
We all going to be quiet. We'll just
Okay,
let
Emma,
you
yes.
two
Bev
talk,
made a
yeah?
claim. You don't need to white knight for the idiot. Bev, so you just made a claim again.
Well,
The
I
geometry
didn't
is
insult
science.
you, I didn't insult your
Bev, you
panel,
sound
but
like
then you
Emma.
had to
Bev, you
insult
sound like
Bev.
Emma.
It's really,
Bev,
really
so
bad.
Bev,
You're such a
so
hypocrite.
Bev, is geometry science? So Bev, is geometry science? Like you claimed, Bev. Bev, I don't know. Is everybody Bev on that panel? What's going on? Bev, is geometry
Sounds like
science?
it. Yeah.
I haven't even said a word except hello.
This is me. Logic is the science of reasoning. Geometry is the science of point, line, and shape.
So what?
And it is pure logic.
But science is not
Obviously,
logic.
This conversation, Flatzoid, is done because the question was whether you could help Dr. Shiva sort out a scientific test.
I can.
Right now, it seems like you're calling yourself out of that discussion.
Let me put it. Let me know. I can help Dr. Shiva.
Don't
I
try
like
and
I'm
ask
helping
me
you. Like I'm
something,
helping you.
because
I'm
you're
helping
the
you
one
and
that's
Dr.
assigned
Shiva. Wait.
horizontal to something.
I'm helping you and Dr. Shiva here. You are both incompetent to what science is. That's my statement. That's me helping you out.
Okay. So what can you add to the discussion of how we can sort this out? How can we?
Easy.
Because obviously the sun circles in the sky weren't enough for you, were they?
Well, the sun's always circled in the sky. That's observed. Well done. So not Earth moving.
Okay.
I congratulate you.
Right now, brilliant. Okay. Did that sort out shape for you? Did that?
No, because what's
that
going on in
flat
this?
Earth?
No, and it's never been.
But they could have horizontal where they were, right?
What has that got to do with the sun moving over the sky?
Would that not have been flat Earth?
Why?
Like, wait, why did you not point that out to them when they?
I pointed out
Why
it's
did
a
you not
false
say?
dichotomy, and I did point out elevation angles
You
requires a
pointed
flat
out the
Earth.
false dichotomy then.
Before that even.
Yeah, and what that false dichotomy was flat versus globe, or flat
The
versus
straw
globe?
man of the Gleason's flat Earth map.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
still
I need to
flat
get-
versus thingy in the
No.
false dichotomy, right?
Let me put it this way. Duffy never presented flat Earth. He presented flat Earth Society
Didn't need
straw
to.
man Gleason map as the flat Earth.
False dichotomy.
Yeah, misrepresentation.
Yeah, globe won though, didn't it?
No. What globe? The
In that
globe
false
doesn't exist
dichotomy,
to.
Of course it did.
What did it win?
No.
Well, Jaren's on the globe, right? He dropped his flat.
He was never flat, and people have been saying this for 10 years now. You should keep up,
The
man.
false dichotomy.
It's not a false dichotomy, it's true. It's a true
Flat
dichotomy.
versus globe. So
The true
if
dichotomy.
you falsify flat, globe wins.
What flat's been falsified?
The flat that Jaren had.
Jaren wasn't flat to begin with.
What do you think it looks like, right? That was the false dichotomy. That's what everybody else sees.
So in other words,
That's
you
what
claiming the
you're
guy
so
that
blind to this.
wait. So
Wow.
you
Can you not see what's going on?
claiming the guy that played a flat earther decides to one day say, well, the sun is moving, so therefore it's not a flat earth. Now we all supposed to take that as now proof of anything?
No, the false dichotomy is a given, right? Flat versus globe. In that case, where the sun circles in the sky,
Sorry, can the earth also
right,
be
that
concave?
falsified flat.
Can the earth also be
Globe
concave? Wait. Can the
It's
earth also
called the final experiment. For a
No,
reason,
it's
Flatzoid.
not an experiment. It's a false dichotomy. It's not experiment, and it's not final.
False dichotomy.
Even Duffy came on and even admitted he's got more final experiments that he's trying out because this one failed. It's called Duffy's failure, not the final experiment. You might want to keep up.
No, the false dichotomy ended up winning.
No, there was no false.
No.
There was no experiment. There was no false anything. And the only false there was
You said
Duffy's
it was
failure.
a false dichotomy. You're gonna have to make your mind up, Flatzoid. Either it is
No.
or it isn't a false dichotomy.
His argument was a false dichotomy. The not experiment was
Yeah,
not a
that's not
false
false
dichotomy.
dichotomy, yeah.
No, his not experiment was not a false dichotomy because there are more logical inferences to the situation. There's more than just two outcomes.
But it's been presented as flat versus globe for years, hasn't it?
I don't know what you're arguing about because you're not neither. You like the little lost kid
I'm
on
the
the
one that
fence.
says it's a false dichotomy. Yes.
So then why
like
are you
I keep
saying? Whoa.
Nobody within the false dichotomy can see it. You have to be outside of the false dichotomy to be able to see it.
You
as
can't-
a false dichotomy.
You can't be in a false dichotomy or outside it. A false dichotomy is just
There you are. You're
it's
flat.
just a false dichotomy is just a logical statement. It's a fallacy.
False dichotomy.
It's got nothing to do with you being in it or
Flat
out
versus
it.
spherical globe.
No.
Or I
So
call it
okay,
false dichotomy
what do the
versus,
concavers say to
flat
you?
Earth versus dogmatic globe.
What will the concavers say?
You guys have.
What will the
pushing for
concavers
years.
say to you?
I haven't got a clue.
Oh,
They're
is
not
that
even
a
part
third
of the
option?
false
Wait.
dichotomy,
Is
are they?
concave a third option?
All right.
Or how about the
Well, you can start
decahedron?
adding them in
How
now
about
if
how
you
about the
want, but it's a bit
decahedron
late after
earthers?
the
Wait.
fact, that's all.
What about the decahedron earthers? Come on, there's a fourth option.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's not a false dichotomy then? Wait. So in other words, it's not. Wait. So in other words, this whole thing is not a false dichotomy because there's more than two options.
Yeah, but there's only flat versus globe.
No.
presented,
I
so
just told you that
that's why
the
it's called
decahedron
the false
earthers, and I
dichotomy,
told
right?
you the concave earthers. So that's four. Can you count? Four is not
If
two.
it's not a globe, it's what?
It's not a globe because it's not what reality presents itself to be.
And if it's not a globe, it's what?
It could be concave or dodahedron or flat as well. But observed reality shows it to be flat. It's got
No,
nothing
it's
to do with.
horizontal.
Let's put it this way. If I observe horizontal.
What happens if the concave earthers and the spherical earthers?
Jesus, this guy is interrupting. You can't say even a thing.
Horizontal.
How you can keep the debate with this kind of behavior? I
Like
don't get it.
people in
man.
reality obviously will as well.
Okay, so
You know,
when.
they'll go, yeah, we have level being horizontal.
Okay, so
Do
I'm going
you-
to put it this way to
do
you.
you-
So if I
you have-
measure.
you have a-
If I observe a horizontal plane, which we do, you've measured it, so which
Yeah,
is
we do.
great.
I think
So
everybody can
since
agree on that.
okay, great. So that means by inference, the Earth's not a globe. By inference, it's a horizontal plane. So by inference, it's also taken away the concavers, but it still has dodahedron earthers available, correct? So there's still two options for that.
Wouldn't you
They could
need
still
the
be a
whole for that?
dodahedron. Dexahedron.
Wouldn't you need the whole to say that?
A whole
You
what?
want to know what the whole is?
What whole?
The whole of the Earth. Whatever this is, you need to have the whole to be able to say that definitively.
I can definitively say it's not a globe because you cannot have horizontal curved. If you measure a horizontal,
And
therefore no curve, therefore no globe, because a
you-
globe has to have a continual curve
and you establish a horizontal on the side of a hill.
in water. That's why water at rest is so detrimental
In
to the
water,
globe.
no, on the side of a hill, on the land. And you establish a horizontal on the side of the land.
Like LIGO.
on the hill.
Like LIGO.
On a hill.
Yes, like
On a
LIGO.
hill.
LIGO, have you seen the
Well, it doesn't
water?
matter about LIGO.
Well, I'm telling you,
LIGO
have you
is
seen the
crazy,
water?
and it's not
Have you
much
seen the
of a
water
hill, is
canal?
it?
Have you seen the water canal with LIGO?
No, a proper hill. The side
I
of a
don't
hill.
care about a hill. We're talking about
And
water.
you-
Water at
you do.
rest. The
You
hill
have-
has got nothing to do with the water at rest.
You said it's not possible
What?
to establish a horizontal.
I never said
side of
that.
a hill.
When did I say you can't
Well, you
establish
said it's impossible
horizontal?
to have a horizontal on it. You said it's impossible to have a horizontal on a curve.
A horizontal cannot exist on a curve. No. Curves don't have
You can't
horizontals.
establish a horizontal on the side of a hill. On the curved surface, you cannot establish a horizontal.
Let's put it this way. Is a
They're
hill.
usually established in the air, right?
Okay, I'm going to say this again. We are talking about
That's an
damn
extreme
water at
altitude.
rest. A hill is not water at rest. Water at rest lies horizontal. It's measured horizontal. If you had to claim that water was
It's
curving,
measured
if
horizontal.
why are you not letting me finish? If you're claiming that
Well,
water
because you
is
said
if
it's
you,
measured
I'm still going to
horizontal.
carry
I
on.
think that's
If
a
you're
flat
claiming,
term.
if you're claiming that horizontal water is curving, it cannot. You cannot have horizontal measures on a curve. If the
You could
condition
use
is
a tool.
curving, if the condition of level water on a curve is curved, you cannot measure any amount of horizontal on that condition. The fact we measure horizontal, that means there is no curve.
Don't measure
Are you
horizontal.
Oh, yes, you do.
Are you saying
Show-
then that
What do you think a
can't-
surveyor
that
does?
You cannot use a tool that establishes a horizontal reference on the side of a hill.
We're talking about water. Stop going to a damn hill. We are
Oh, yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
but using
water. Water, do you know
Yeah,
what H2O is? Do you know what H2O is?
Hang on.
No,
You
not
can
hang
use a
on.
water
You
level
are
on the
keep
side of a
going
hill.
to land. I'm
Can you
talking about
establish a
water.
horizontal?
I'm talking about damn H2O. H2O,
so
do you
what?
understand that stuff you drink?
Yeah, well, we're talking about water level, weren't we?
Yeah, not
That is a
land,
tool for
not a
establishing a
hill,
horizontal
not Eretz. Keep with the topic. We're
But you
talking
could
about
use-
water
You could use
at
that
rest.
tool. You could use that tool to establish a horizontal reference on the side of the hill, could you not?
A hill is not water, you damn delinquent.
No,
No,
it's
but the
not flat
water
either.
level.
It's curved.
You
But the
take a water
is.
level and you establish your horizontal over water. What are you not getting?
Right.
No,
How do you
Right.
measure that then?
It's
Where's the
parallel.
measurement?
The fact that the water is parallel always means that it's flat.
So where's the measurement?
You just said you used a auto level.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the water.
You use an auto level or a water level.
Any measuring device measures.
A ruler.
Okay,
So it's
Let
a
me
measuring
okay.
device.
Let me put it this way, another even
The
simpler way for you.
level is the tool that establishes a horizontal.
Okay, so let's put this in another
Right.
way for you that even you will
Where-
understand.
So please, where's the measurement?
Do you measure a slope or incline angle when using an auto level over level
You
horizontal
measure
water?
a distance. I measure a distance.
And
a
that
vertical
distance,
distance on
and
the
that-
measuring rod.
great. So if you're over water, which is horizontal, and you're measuring with a auto level or theodolite or whatever, that distance
Over
over
water.
water, and it shows to be
Yeah.
perfectly parallel with that water.
Why would you be doing that? Give us a reason. Give
You
us
just
a-
said because you want to establish if there's curve or not.
Jesus.
Oh, you dumb. Now I know why
Yeah,
people.
I'm
No, wait.
asking you.
You are the most dishonest person
You
I can talk.
want
This
to
is exactly
measure
why people don't talk to you,
whether there's
Bev.
a curve over the water.
There is no
Is that
curve
what
over
you're saying?
water. There is no curve over water.
But is that where you
Said you could
measure
measure it.
Hmm.
horizontal?
Yeah. Where else? You're trying to show that water doesn't curve
But how do you measure the horizontal?
with a horizontal datum.
He knows. He knows.
Measure on the horizontal.
Let's say you establish a
What
horizontal.
is this mental?
Realize that the vertical datum is the one where the sea level and the eye level would be measured on.
He's on the spectrum of autism.
Where's the horizontal datum?
I'm going to give you something. Take two books, okay? Please take one book, hold in your
You
left
can
hand,
measure
and
it.
place
You use the
place
vertical
another book,
datum to
and
measure the horizontal
place another book on top of it. Now,
Yeah.
the top book represents the auto level horizontal reference datum. The bottom book represents the water measurement you are measuring. Those two books lie parallel to one another. Therefore, it's horizontally measured.
You would use an auto level on the water, would you?
You can if you wanted to.
And where would the measurement be? Where would the measurement be made? Where would that?
Over water.
Yeah, like we said, we put the auto level in the water, right? And we've set it up. Where's the measurement?
Over water.
Yeah. Whereabouts would the measurement be taken?
Over water.
Yeah, we've established,
Yeah.
we've set the auto level up in the water, right? Where's the measurement? At what position is the measurement taken to measure horizontal?
Water.
Yeah, that sounds great. See if you can spread it out a little bit longer.
Hey, can I say something, Flats?
Reading on
You
the
measure horizontally. You measure a flat parallel horizontal. That's
Any
what how
idea
far.
of the unit?
They won't hear you, Roger. Not very well. They
Okay.
won't.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, let me
Yeah.
put it this way again. If you're measuring a horizontal datum over a horizontal water, you read no slope or incline angle. You measure a distance of horizontal. That measurement is horizontal water. Therefore,
Could we
no
say-
curve.
Could we say 0 flat? let's go for it now, right? If you establish that and you measure 0 flats, then it's flat, right? That's flat Earth.
It's reality.
How does that sound?
It's reality.
Yeah, if you measure a 0, then flat Earth.
It's by default flat Earth. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that seems like some sort of an experiment. I think we could get that.
It's not an experiment.
We can get that.
How
We
many
could
times
offer
did I
that
tell you
one to
this?
Dr. Shiva. I mean, it's probably one of the best ones we're going to get.
How many times I tell you it's not experiment? And by the way, are auto levels based on optics?
Is that how Nathan taught you to measure it flat?
I have nothing to do with Nathan. I'm talking to you.
Oh,
So
measure it horizontal. You were measuring it horizontal. Do you reckon Nathan uses a similar method?
I don't care what
to measure
Nathan
flat?
does. You're talking to me right now, not Nathan. So I'm going to ask you again. What did I want to ask now? Now I forgot. Thank you. Oh,
No doubt.
So the reference is not the
Ask him
measurement.
what he believes.
the reference is the reference plane is parallel to the measured plane.
You need the parallel. You need the horizontal to measure it, don't you?
Yeah. So you got two horizontals parallel to one another.
How do you establish? Yeah. So how are you establishing that with an auto level in the water?
By
You're
placing it in the
establishing
water.
the horizontal reference in order to be able to measure the water, to know that it conforms to what you expected.
Water lies level when at rest. So if you take your auto level and you go to a lake that's level and you lie the auto level there and you measure out your horizontal, which is parallel to that lake, it shows measured horizontal
Is that a 0
distance.
measurement?
Zero slope,
I've never
zero
seen-
incline.
I've never
Yes.
seen. Personally, I've never seen a lake that conforms to those properties. So
You've never seen a lake.
that would be difficult.
You've never seen a lake at rest.
No,
What?
no.
I think you should get out
Yeah.
more. And what about a lake that's frozen?
What about it?
What about it?
It keeps the condition of level water, does it not?
Where would the measurement be?
On the ice. Where else?
Okay. Yeah, but the measurement of 0.
You have a measurement of, again, a parallel horizontal from the auto
How
level.
do you make? Like you keep saying that parallel.
Do you know what a measuring rod actually does, Bev?
Yeah, measures, but that's on the vertical, and I keep saying any measurement on the vertical would be a measurement that it's not horizontal, right?
What are you talking about?
Well, you seem to think horizontal is the flat, and we have to keep telling
Because
you.
it is.
Last time I checked,
Like,
flat is horizontal.
horizontal.
Last time I checked, flat
Yeah,
is horizontal.
is definitely horizontal.
Yeah,
We'll not
flat's
get anybody
horizontal.
disagreeing with you there, right? But the Earth isn't that.
The Earth is a horizontal
Yeah.
condition. The
I know
water,
you keep talking about the water.
the water shows that the
Yeah,
earth
water.
is flat
But you-
because the water at rest lies horizontal. You cannot have this happening on a curved spherical space spinning testicle.
But why do you keep talking about that? Like,
Because
in reality, you can.
You
right?
are fighting for the globe, even though you're denying the
No,
globe,
no,
and
I'm
you're
just saying in
denying
reality,
you're
Flatzoid.
denying reality. You're
Hello.
denying reality, the actual
No,
measurements
I'm
of
not denying
horizontal.
in reality. I'm telling you that in reality, level is a tool that it does establish a horizontal. This can be proved.
What
Right?
can
In reality, to be a fact. Now,
prove
you
it?
obviously,
Go prove it.
you obviously have never proved it to yourself.
Go prove it. You made a claim. Prove it.
Like I say, I can.
Do it.
A straight line lies within a plane.
So
Right,
that's not
you
science,
use
though.
Geometric concepts.
But it's not
Flatzoid.
science.
But the idea, the geometric concepts are the proof, right? The
In mathematics.
enactment
Wait.
of those proofs
Is math?
within reality is what we call an experiment.
It's
or a
not.
test.
It's not science. There is no cause and effect. So you keep going back to this. So can you tell everybody here what is the cause for effect of geometry, please?
Self-evident, isn't it, Flatzoid?
What's the cause?
It's a measurement, dude. That's all geometry is measuring
Logos.
shapes.
So the word.
Yeah,
That's not science. That's not a cause.
that's
The word-
logos.
It's not a cause.
Logos.
Logos is not a cause.
And the word was.
The word was God. Yeah, you're quoting 1 John.
Yeah.
John 1. John
There
1.
you go.
God was word was
There you
God,
go.
and God was
There
with the
you
word, and the
go.
word was with God. That's not science.
What's the cause of God?
He's not science. It's not science. I think you don't understand what
Geometry
science is.
isn't a science.
No,
Because-
geometry isn't science. There's no cause for geometry.
No, because it's a perfect.
Flat, tell him that
axiomatic
to have
system.
to
So I would
claim that
start.
there is science,
It's a
you have to
mathematical.
What
have
definition
cause.
one is, Flatzoid.
Tell him that in simple words. To have a science, you have to have a cause.
Do you know what the first definition is?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Enlighten
Or
me.
any axioms or anything.
Enlighten us.
Point is that of which has no parts.
So not science then.
In the beginning, there was nothing.
So not science.
That's where
Then.
geometry comes from.
Geometry is just logic.
Logos.
No. Geometry is not
Yes.
supernatural. Geometry is not
Pure.
Whoa.
Logos.
Are you trying to say
From
geometry is
nothing.
supernatural?
He worships Euclid. I'm sorry. He does. He likes the axioms.
Dennis, you should come in Discord. You just sound terrible.
That was Roger. But anyway, I'm going to say again,
Oh,
Bev.
Roger. Is it Roger?
Okay, no, that was
Come
Roger.
on
But
over,
anyway,
Roger, come and have a chat.
We can't hear you.
so anyway, you guys, this is exactly, Bev, why people keep blocking you everywhere, because of your dishonesty. You have a
Because you
weird
can't
cult
answer
men-
questions. Is
you
that
have
the
a weird
problem?
cult mentality to try and think geometry is somehow supernatural. You
That's right.
keep
That's it.
placing
That's right.
science.
That's
You
right.
Is that
keep
what you
you
gain
keep
from
claim.
that, Flatzoid?
You keep
Really?
yes. You said
That's
geometry is
right.
logos. That's literally calling geometry God. What's wrong with you, man?
Wow.
You
You have such a
equivocated
mentality,
geometry
you know,
with
you have
God.
such a-
Do you know what's
Flatzoid,
wrong with
You
you?
have such a cult. You have such a cult mentality that you totally missed what Dr. Shiva said.
Dr.
You're so
Shiva
hooked up
was
in
an
the
idiot who
scientific-
claimed
Shut up,
science
listen,
and there
I'm
was no
talking.
science.
I'm talking.
So
You were so caught up in the scientific method and what it is and what it isn't, and you totally miss what he put on the table as an offer. And so did
I
QE.
know exactly
So
what
did
he
all that
did.
lot of it.
He showed he wanted to be the guy
He
who
made an
says he.
offer.
No.
He-
He
even got
He
his- he even got
claims.
his phone- no, that's right, yes.
So
He
you-
even got his phone out and fixed the date June the 13th.
I'm going
June
to
the 14th,
I'm going to
28th.
correct you quickly. Dr. Shiva literally claimed he knows what science is. He literally tried to educate
No.
Dave Weiss what
Yeah.
science was.
Listen,
Yet
yeah.
he didn't
That's
even
the
know. Yet he didn't even know himself
You're
what the
so-
scientific method was, even from step
You're so
one.
hooked up on that. You should drop that, because
We
the
already
whole
did
point
it.
of it was that when he said he would bring 10 MIT physicists, that Dave could bring 10
Still not
people on his
science.
side, and they would devise it, and they would devise an experiment, and they would get round and they would hash out, what was the definitions, what they would agree on. And that would be part of the agreement. What is the scientific method at that point?
It's not the
It
scientific
doesn't
method.
matter what he thinks now. It doesn't matter.
It
It doesn't
does
matter.
not.
That's
It
what
matters
would be
because
hashed-
it's
that
not
would-
science. He's pushing it as
Yeah,
science.
but-
That's called
At the
pseudoscience.
time, at the point when 20 people sat in a room and they decided on the parameters.
So not science
what they were
then.
gonna
Consensus
take,
is not science.
That's when you could talk about it.
Consensus
Not
is
just
not
try and call
science.
him a retard. Listen, not call him
I
a
will
retard,
call him a retard
then
because
put him
he's.
down.
I will call
Yeah.
him retarded.
And that's the kind of respect
I
you're
will
gonna
call
get
it. You know why I call him retarded? Because he doesn't know science. He
Because
claims to
you're a
know
flat
science.
earther and you're
Yeah,
triggered.
because you're an arsehole.
No, because no, because
you
it-
steal everyone else's work, you don't do your own work, and then you ban anyone that's
Never.
done your work.
Emma, I
You
don't
can't
think
ban
I
them
don't
now.
th-
you-
Emma, I don't
You're
think you should
you're
talk
stupid,
because the things
flat earth
DP's
bullshit.
told
all
me that you've
bullshit, you're
done. So
insane.
anyway,
You think the final
back
experiment
to
was fake.
back to
You're
Bev,
insane.
back to Bev, and back to what you guys just claimed with Dr. Shiva. I'm going to again tri-state this. Shiva,
Yeah, well, it's all bullshit.
what is wrong with it?
Flatzoid.
What's wrong with the
Damn
woman?
it, dude.
Everybody
Okay,
What's
let's
wrong with
start
that?
again. Shiva,
that you're insane.
Dr. Shiva claimed to know science, yet he couldn't even get the first step of the scientific method correct. Right through
That's
every
all,
time
it
he
doesn't
tried to
matter.
claim science, he got it wrong. We had to correct him. He then went on to try and push pseudoscience
You didn't
and
try and
use
correct
his
him because you weren't there.
credentials as his authority, is why we're calling him retarded. So if you don't like it, that is your own problem. You guys literally just claimed geometry is logos.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I'm saying that it doesn't matter what his opinion is at this point. When you sat down at the table, 10v10, that's when you could have that and come to the agreement about what that was, about what the scientific experiment is.
It's
Not
not
just
science.
go
It's not
to
experiment.
the-
What aren't you getting?
And try and claim some kind of, fakery going on. Or some
Okay.
kind of stuff,
Okay, I'm
Somebody's
gonna close this
on
off
the
here because
table.
I can't take this anymore. I'm gonna say it again. It's not science. It wasn't presented as science. You guys have no cooking clue what science is. You guys have no clue what geometry is either. You don't even know what horizontal means. So thank you very
All
much.
this- all
I
this
will not
coming
be.
from someone
I will
who
not.
thinks the
I will
earth is
not.
flat.
I will not.
I mean, you
The
don't
earth
see
is
how
flat. It's
ironic
observable.
this
Well
is.
done. Okay, I've left, guys.
Yeah,
I can't take that anymore. What do you guys have
That-
to say?
was a
that
mess.
is just what the heck? What the
It's a
heck are
cult.
they talking
These guys
about?
have a cult.
Absolutely. I mean, Bev talks about things. He sometimes proves flat Earth pretty much, but then sits on the fence. And now, what's he saying now? He's a glober now, is he? What's he saying now?
I just want to. I just
beyond
want
a
to thank
joke.
you. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Tony, for your £10 super chat. He says, Bev, when a lake freezes, you don't gain traction. When you set off and stop skating, you slow down and stop. That's level in all directions. That's a good point,
Mhm.
man. Thank you very much. You rock. But how's that? Telling me geometry is God.
That's blasphemy. Geometry is not even science. I mean, yes, you look at the definition for it; it'll tell you the branch of science, but it's not. It's not scientific at all.
Yeah, but that's
is
what I
it?
said. He makes a claim, and I ask him, okay, back it up. What's the cause for shape, please? What's the cause for horizontal? What's his excuse to me? No, I must give him the science. I'm saying it's not science. Why must I give something? But he wants to know why people are blocking him from all conversations and everything. It's because of this bullshit. It's exactly this, the dishonesty.
The thing that gets me, Les, is he thinks that vertical is always perpendicular to horizontal.
It is.
Yeah, that's his claim to fame. That's it. That's all he has.
But
he
that's
thinks
my
that
point. But that's my point. He realized that is it, and yet he still takes, oh, that means horizontal, therefore not flat. What? How do you look at horizontal and realize if I measure everything horizontal, how is it still a globe? But you see, he's so retarded.
How horizontal can be not flat? I just don't get it. And no,
He
this
knows
guy
it, dude.
is just.
He wants
Maybe
to
I'm
make
just.
an argument.
You know what, guys? I think we are too stupid to understand him. He's on the different level, definitely different level.
The Bev level.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to do good work, man, and he used to go out and just debunk curve a lot when he first started.
Yeah, I mean, I was always on his streams and stuff, and I did so many presentations trying to explain to him perspective and things as well, and he still doesn't get it till this day.
He doesn't know how to measure distance.
I mean, let me quickly try and explain this again to Bev because he is watching this.
What you got the
This would
whiteboard?
be the water. That's horizontal. Okay, that's water, guys. You guys agree? Now you set up your theodolite or auto level or whatever you want, and you establish a horizontal. It's parallel. There, you've just measured horizontal.
Exactly, one the same.
They don't deviate at all.
Now let's put this on a curve. How do you get that on a curve? Oh wait, you can't.
Yeah.
That debate was a waste of your time, Flats, man, to be honest.
Yeah,
He's just push QE and Nathan on something. Like, what the hell? What's that got to do with me?
Don't get it.
He's a smart ass, is all he is.
What is it about? What was that?
No.
Is that what Nathan
I have to correct you.
I mean, when's the last time you were on Nathan's
He's trying to appear as a smart ass, but he's dumbass.
Talk at the same time.
No, you see, the thing is with Bev, he's what you would call a snake. He likes to be cunning and think he's going to get someone to talk a trap and something.
Yeah.
Because that's all he does. But he's so slow, he doesn't get, I'm literally a step ahead of whatever he says because I've already heard it all.
I misdomesticated. He was the best guy over on Bev's
DP
panel.
was an awesome guy.
Yeah.
But after what Emma did to DP and stuff, that's why I said I didn't want to say what the hell I mean, obviously he's not around today. Rest in peace, dude.
I wish he was.
But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I left
What
that
did
whole.
she do?
I'm not going to say it's. Yeah, let's just say it's.
Okay.
Think of a triangle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they were, but I'll explain it to you later, off air or whatever. But
Yeah.
No, that whole group, there's something off with them. But that was the debate, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Nice.
He called you up
How did this come about? This debate.
He asked me for a discussion because he wanted to talk science. He says, I don't know what science is. And he says, yeah, Dr. Shiva's right.
Wow.
Dr. Shiva wasn't right.
He's
He had
obviously
to
a
correct
troll.
him every single time he opened his mouth.
There's at one point I really thought Bev. At one point I really thought Bev was a flat earther. I really did at one point. I stuck up for him at one point.
Again, by default, Bev is a flat earther because he measures
Yeah, of course.
horizontal. He knows horizontal can't curve.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, it's weird. It's like he just can't accept it.
No, he's sitting on the fence, but he's fell on the dap side. You know what I mean? That's what he done. But he just can't admit it. He's a, I don't know. He's a paradox to me.
This is exactly, but this is a true statement Jollyman says. You can measure the distance, then calculate the curve that's not there.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say something, guys? They all think that TFE is tore flat Earth completely apart. You can hear it. They mention it. Well, what about the midnight sun? Yeah.
but that's their only.
Bev lives in reality.
That's their only.
Effie Walker, come on.
That's their only rhetoric they got because it failed so badly. So now their last resort is to play that game.
Effie Walker says Bev does not believe in the spinning monkey.
No, he doesn't believe that either.
He lives in reality. Hard to understand that it's not measured flat.
This is reality again. This is reality. We live on a horizontal plane. That's reality. Bev measures this plane. He's just too, I don't know, stuck up to be able to accept that that means it's not a globe.
It's Flatzoid. It's called retarded.
There we go. Yeah, slow. Retarded means slow. Yeah.
Level. We know there's topography, but it's bloody level. It's simple as that.
Let's make a quick assumption, quick summary of the TFE. So they gone for the so-called experiment, which was not experiment. They said that the 24-hour sun will provide evidence for the globe Earth, but it doesn't, because it doesn't prove or disprove flat or globe. Then we have guys caught in multiple occasions. They were lying to us, to everyone. So that's the summary. Three short points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bev should try thinking. I'm telling you.
That's why I made the thing. Bev should try thinking.
Thinking. Yep. I just read it off. That's all I was doing.
I mean, I was on their group for how long? And it just gets to the point where, like, dude, it's like talking to a brick wall. It's like talking to some weird cult member that just won't just understand what the hell's going on.
But if you would have brought Euclid's book and the axioms and read them off to them slowly and chanted over and over again, you'd fit right in with them all.
Oh, yeah. They literally worship geometry. You heard him. They called geometry logos. They're calling it the word of God.
I don't think SC Montreal even goes over there anymore, dude. He won't. He doesn't hang out with them. No.
But yeah, it's sad. And no, I'm not going to block Bev from my Discord server. It's not going to do anything. I don't see the reason for that. He's harmless. But he knows the reason why they block him. It's because of this kind of stuff. Because the guy has nothing. The guy's literally just a broken tape recorder going around in circles and never ends.
Tarrant wants to know who Bev is. Bev is an ex-surveyor who got a hold of Flat Earth back, like 6 years ago, and he started a channel called Bev Tried Thinking. And he would debate people with his whiteboard all the time and go over geometry and principles all the time. So that's who Bev is.
I had some snakes try to get into my stream today. I had Vara, then Sergio try to get in backstage.
I had Brenda do it last night to me. I didn't let her in.
I went nuts. I ended up shouting at him. It's like, don't come back. You keep trying to get in. You know what you've said.
Well, Sergio and Vara wanted to come in last night as well.
See what I mean?
Thing. So and I said, "There's no way."
No way. There you go.
Because the thing is, they wouldn't let the word we wanted to get out, the actual information get out. They would just be there to do what they always do.
Well, it was Vara. Vara came into chat, then he came backstage. Sergio was banned from the chat. Vara's not. So Vara came into my chat. I just talked to him normal. Then all of a sudden, I seen him backstage. Told him, "Look, I don't want you here. I don't think you're. Why not?" And I'm like, "Don't think you're honest. I don't think you're honest. And I know what you've been doing. Simple. I don't want you in here. I won't ban you from my chat, but you're not coming in StreamYard." Then he went away and said, "Oh, you're bearing false witness about me." I said, "Why use that terminology? You're not a Christian. You don't even know what bearing false witness is." And then Sergio came to backstage afterwards. So he must have gone and grassed to Sergio, and Sergio came into White Knight for him. But that's what I said. What's the point in using that terminology? You're not a Christian. You're not a Christian. So why use that terminology? You know.
But that's one thing that they don't get. But that's one thing they don't get. They want to claim they are Christians, but they don't follow Christian doctrine. So why do they want to stick to the Ten Commandments, which is based for Christians?
I don't know. Don't get it. Oh, I got a new little toy. I got a flashing light like you do, PJ. It's a lava or actually a mountain.
Oh.
It has little beads in it.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
You're part of the flashy light. Even my mouse pad's all like flashes. Look, you know.
Ooh.
Got
Hey, look,
flashy
just
mouse
Gary,
pads,
yeah.
Well, computer.
Bev has proved and shared a straight line segment. Yep, which means Earth is flat.
It's horizontal, right? It's a horizontal Earth. Let's go with that because Bev ain't gonna say flat, dude. He's
Look,
afraid of
in the
flat.
beginning, when I was on Bev, and then I did also tell them this. I don't want to be labeled as a flat earther. Okay?
Okay, flat, as dumb as Globos. Okay.
But
Go.
I ended up saying, screw this. Let's take the flat earth title because, face it, people don't go and search horizontal enclosed stationary earthers. They go and search flat earth.
Yeah.
So if you want them to actually get the content, well, just accept the title. That's it.
And Flats, you do your own work. I've watched you many a times do it. You do
I
your
know.
own.
What was that about stealing, not doing your own work, stealing other people's?
I don't know. What have I stolen?
I don't know.
Idiots. You don't do your own work.
Just
look at all the demonstrations you used to do before you did live streams. Hold on.
All I demonstrate now is how retarded people are.
Just accept it.
Just accept it.
Just accept it. It's flat. Just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace the flat.
So all the presentations I've done
What
on
does
there,
that
which
mean,
is my own work, was stolen. In other words, okay.
What does that mean? Just Barry just said, just tuned in. Bev has proved a shared straight line.
That's what I'm saying. So that means flat Earth. He showed.
Oh,
he
right.
showed
Yeah.
the Earth
Is that what you're talking about?
is horizontal.
Sure.
Mm.
Just like every good surveyor does.
Yeah.
They all want to prove it.
Look at this. Bev believes the Earth to be a smooth horizontal ball with a beveled edge, or maybe that's the shape of the brain. I don't know.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, man.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, if anybody wants to come in, hit that email, flatzoid@gmail.com, and we'll see if we'll let you in for a discussion.
I think Bev got mad because people make fun of him when he went out with his research flat Earth sticker on his level, and he shied away from the whole idea of what flat earther is. So I remember telling the story over and over.
Yeah.
Then he went on a campaign to say, "I'm not
I
a flat earther."
I remember defending Dev in the comments years ago. Can't remember what it was about, but how wrong was I?
Yeah, we used to defend him.
Well, true. I suppose it really is.
But yeah, the guy isn't progressing. He's still stuck in 2000 or whatever he's in.
I think they got a beef with FED always. It's like they always go back to it.
But he's got a beef with anybody that how can I put it, embarrasses him.
Yeah. I've been embarrassed. Matter of fact, McToon's trying to embarrass me right now. Did a whole stream.
I heard you said McToon did something with you.
He did. He's featuring my trip to Antarctica, and I think they don't want me to go.
Well, you know what? You should actually take this as good PR, because you should make a video for McToon, tag him in and say, "Thank you, McToon, for this. Since you so much for truth and you want to prove that there really is a sun, help your fans fund my GoFundMe."
Yeah, and here's the link. Here's the link to Roger's GoFundMe, guys.
Yeah.
So
then
the link to Roger's
McToon and
GoFundMe.
his followers can fund you like they funded McToon.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've already got a donation since he did it.
Yeah. Because think about
Copy
it.
the link.
Put the link in. Because think about it. If he's trying to stop you from going, what does that tell you about the truthfulness they have?
That's it. Well, the link's in.
Because if it's so truthful and he wants to prove that he didn't lie, he would say, "Yeah, guys, let's get Roger over there."
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, so copy the link, guys.
When would he be going?
Pin it in your clipboards and share it to any Globe channels you go to if you do. You know what I mean? I keep phasing out.
Sorry, Jeff?
When would he be going if he was going?
Me?
Roger.
I'm going on the solstice. this year.
At the end of the year, if it happens.
Okay,
Otherwise,
so in
next year.
December then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like going, okay, well, it's kind of late to go now. It's like, you know,
Well, dude, if you hadn't noticed, I tried to go with Duffy to start with. I volunteered. Duffy told me he would put my GoFundMe in his campaign and never did. He never even got back to me on it. They didn't want me to go.
Yeah, I just don't get that they didn't understand when I say we're trying to talk about water and they kept on going back to hills and land. It's like, how much more clear can you make? You're doing it on water.
He was saying as well something like is slope horizontal or something? Some crap. I couldn't get it. From where this question came from? Can what was saying? Mountain be horizontal or something like that? Slope?
No, the
Something
thing
like
is,
that.
they're saying because you can establish a horizontal, as in like an autolev, you can stick it on the side of a hill or something. You can establish horizontal. No one's saying you can't do that. We're saying the condition cannot curve. If the condition of the Earth is curved, in other words, if the water at rest is level, okay, and it's horizontal, it can't happen on a globe because it has to follow the curve of the Earth. If it doesn't follow it, it's not a globe. And as we know, even Bev knows established horizontal is horizontal.
It's like he's all the time looking, for the whole in full. I don't get it. He has the answer. He agrees with it, but he's still poking the holes in it. Trying to find something I don't know what. He doesn't believe in the things he admits himself. Why? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. It's insane.
That's McToon making fun of me there. I think it was not really just making fun of me. He said I'm going
Don't
retro.
mind him. If someone is making fun of you, enjoy it. I always do.
Yeah. It didn't bother me. He trimmed out the interview I did with him on his channel too, and added it to the collection and stuff.
Take it as a good thing because it means you're causing waves.
Yeah. Well, somebody's already donated to me again, and they did it on purpose. They put me right at $66 on purpose, and then they put a message in my post saying, "Look, you're at 66." They're playing number games.
No, there was a situation that the atheist wanted to prove that God does not exist, and the woman was pretty poor, so she was praying, to God to provide food. And the next day, atheist brought the food and left it close to her door, and he knocked and he ran away. He was hiding. And then she was like, she came out, oh, praise God, Grant. And atheist jump out and say, you see, God didn't provide the food. It was me. And she said, God provided food for me through you.
Exactly.
There you go. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't watch. Yeah, I haven't watched the whole thing, man, because I can't watch myself sometimes. I know he's trying to do kind of in a way. I watched some of it, and he actually pulls up quotes from Ryan while he's in there making fun of him.
Did he do this?
I think it was last night. I think, and Brenda and Sergio came
16 hours ago. Let's see what he says.
It shows you that you can watch.
Where's this damn Zoom like
at? Watch the smaller channels.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit of a Zoom boomer. Get your tabs out, guys. Get your tabs out.
What? They still sell Tab in America?
Yeah, I think we do.
Wow, we haven't seen Tab here in South Africa for a while.
No, I haven't seen Tab for years.
Rap ever made.
Tab. Clear.
I can't drink it, dude. No.
I haven't seen Tab in a long time. We used to actually say that anybody who drinks Tab is not right in the head.
There you go. That's a perfect example.
McToon drinks Tab and not right in the head, maybe.
Oh yeah, Sean's doing it now.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, he can't talk to me at all on any platform because he's literally like blocked everywhere because I'm sick of his vulgarness. So yeah, all he has, because I'm running around his head, is now to review my stuff. Oh, push on.
Well, I had Sergio in too when he brought this over, and they're trying to rub my nose in it. Him and Brendan. Yeah, they wanted to just come on and say hi. As what they said. He tried to come in. He came in my chat. Sergio came in my chat last night with Brendan.
What was he trying to rub your nose in? What was he trying to rub your nose in it for?
Huh? I don't know. Well, he wasn't. I just have a feeling they rubbed my nose in. I don't know. It's like they let me know right away that Mithun had done this.
I wouldn't even deal with them. Don't deal with them, man. Don't deal with them.
Is only based on a cause and effect relationship. So let's see how smart Sean is. Let's see if he actually understands science. You are trying to affirm.
Yeah, the chorus that Linda left out is I met a girl at the Rainbow Bar. She asked me if I'd beat her. She took me back to the Hyatt House.
Why doesn't he just keep to what's actually on screen?
Hey, George.
Isn't geometry the science of line and form, though? Really, point, line, and form.
Exactly, Bev. Yeah, dumb fuck here doesn't understand shit. And he claims to be a goddamn art school graduate.
Two great guys together. They work each other.
Wait, guys, is geometry science or is geometry the science of?
The science of.
So not it's science, it's the science of.
Yes.
Called specific wording, John Hawkins.
Because words have meaning. I always say it. I will never stop.
I'm going to quote QE. It's a category error. That's what they're involved.
It's a category. It's the same as saying the science of love. It's not science. It's just saying there's a method to it.
Geometry is the science of.
No, there's no cause for geometry.
No cause and effect.
Well, I mean, it goes in.
Yes, thank you, third grader, for your fucking scientific insight.
Into logic, isn't it?
Okay, so the
fucking moron.
Don't just run your mouth with the slurs. Debunk it, what he said, what Flat said. Debunk it.
Yeah, but that's exactly why Sean gets nowhere, because his whole response is always insult and then moves on.
Yes.
He doesn't give a reason why I'm wrong. He doesn't ever do nothing. It's just, just retarded. Okay.
Trust me, bro.
He's really snide about it. He thinks he's smarter than you are. That's what it is. You remember that. He's smarter.
Sean Hawkins.
Prawnkins.
I don't know. Yeah. Hawkins has the IQ of a tuna sandwich.
Remember, guys.
He probably doesn't taste as good neither.
Mass attracts mass, but stupid always attracts stupid.
That's so true. Well, we don't need to give Sean more airtime. I think everybody knows Sean is just Sean.
Have you got an email yet for anybody who wanted to come in? Come on.
Nope. I do have Globy McGlobeface saying he wants to debate me sometime.
Ooh, he's a looker.
Yeah. I've seen this man somewhere. Maybe in your new awesome video. Maybe we should DJ New Moon's video again. Should we do that, DJ?
I put him on the last night on my stream just because, man. It's just a cute little video. I like it.
Yeah, it's an awesome video, and people are loving it. I'm getting a lot of positive comments about it. A lot of positive feedback. So yeah, guys, go subscribe to DJ New Moon. Go give him a like, support him, watch this on his channel as well. Really well worth it. You rock.
Yeah, I have finally provided answer to your question. I have finally provided answer to your question because I didn't know who this guy Dave is. So, and I didn't know what he's talking about. So, yes, I agree. By default, he's Flat Alpha.
Yeah, that's what I say. By default,
You know-
everybody's a flat earther, because reality is the Earth's flat. So just by being alive, you're by default flat.
Later, you have to add curve and measurements of the curve, which they make up to be global.
Okay.
It's nice. Quick question, sorry about that. Who made this video?
DJ Newman.
All right, very good, very nice.
That's very
I've
cool.
seen the very famous atheist as well.
You can see a lot of people. on
Yeah.
there. I love the stars. I love this one.
Oh, dude! Freak out, dude! He loves you, Darren. He loves you, man. So that's weird. It's forgiveness up here.
Yay! Roger.
Whoa! Thank you.
Thank you very much, Precious. You rock, man. I
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
everybody that supports Roger.
Awesome, man.
Oh, now I see where the smoke's coming from. It's the smoke that I need to control. Because I was thinking, where's the smoke coming from?
Monkey man.
But I love this part is really
Oh,
maybe Dave Arena should have best part. I think this is the great touch for the end of the
This is
video.
great. That's brilliant. Duffy the Savior.
I still
Yeah.
think it would have been totally funny if they just like there's that scene where FTFE is walking by all those penguins if they started running after him and he's running away all scared.
I think he's making reference to him being the light bearer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look.
The thing is, Duffy does have a Messiah complex.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to work on that video.
Excellent, man. It's brilliant. I used it as part of my intro today. I'm like, yeah, got to use it. I played it twice.
Well, I may be going to Antarctica, guys, if this keeps picking up. Yeah. Thank you, McToon. I appreciate you so much for putting it up there for everybody.
Hey, listen, you might start getting a load of subs because of him. You might get a load of trolls. So watch.
Yeah.
You might get a load of trolls coming. So you might end up with a ton of subs. So you'll know if they start coming in faster than normal.
I got a load of trolls on my readings of the scriptures.
Oh, for goodness.
Well, they're getting a message there. I'm telling you, they get scriptures right there.
Yeah.
Which reminds me,
Yeah, guys,
start up again.
Go,
Yeah,
go and sub to DJ New Moon, guys. Definitely
Yeah,
awesome.
yes.
Do another one, DJ. We should actually
have the
collab.
penguins chase FTFE.
he's got one he mentions Mikey in. Yeah, so he's still because Mikey's going to look for the new moon when he's in Vegas. He's gonna just scan the whole sky basically, see if he can find it. Yeah. Then Mikey emailed me say he's going to stop by here on the way out of Vegas. So
you got to meet him. That'll be cool.
Get to ride around in the flat Earth mobile.
The size of the binoculars he uses, man. I want to know how heavy they are. Tell me when you get hold of them.
Yeah, I will.
Huge. Oh, I'm up to 520 subs. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
I should check see where I'm at.
My subs are just going up and down the whole time. I'm staying about.
It says 4.95.
Yeah, it keeps going up just to 70, and then it goes back down to 60, and then just under 60, and then it goes back up, and that's all it's doing the whole time. These last 2 weeks.
Ooh,
you should be in about 300, are you, Rog?
I'm at 237 to be exact.
Oh, 237.
Yeah,
300 by now. Okay. No, you're doing well, man.
Heard pretty good joke recently, but it's mainly for the people from England and Ireland because the accent. So, of course, you know who introvert is, yeah? So, what's the favorite perfume for the introvert? Leave me the fuck alone.
Janos, where are you coming?
I just like jokes. Maybe they are sick, but I just like them.
I see now. Guess what popped up now? Remember we spoke about last night? The Leslie Rojo versus me debate. Where he thinks gases can be solids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'll be covering FTFE. I'll be doing it live, covering it live, because FTFE is debating Andrew Wilson on MD Modern Day Debate tomorrow, 3 p.m. GMT. But it's at that debate con.
Okay.
So I don't know if FTFE is flying to New Jersey.
Yeah, he is. He's already on the. He was on
so
the
he's
plane.
doing
I saw photos. Yeah, he's going to do it live.
Well, that's live tomorrow, so I've set a stream for that if people want to come and chill and watch it.
Nice.
You know, it'll be just before you're on, Flats, because it's on at 3 p.m. GMT. You go on at 6:30 to me, so it'll be like 3.5 hours before you go on. It might.
It's just going to be weird. It's just going to be weird seeing Craig do a kind of religious debate.
I know he's calling it. What is it called? Secular humanism. But Andrew Wilson's Orthodox Christian. He's Orthodox. Yeah. I usually see him.
But when it comes to scripture, FTF is way out of his league.
Oh, I said that. I actually went in the chat and somebody says, "Oh, FTF's got to kill Andrew," and I'm like, "Dude, you don't know.
He's way out of his league when it comes to scripture."
He's
if
brilliant.
Andrew starts talking about scripture, FTF's way out of his league.
Oh, definitely.
Did you see Modern Day Debate's got Lawrence Krauss on their show? Where are they getting the big names from, man? I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Andrew Wilson's quite big. I mean, he's about 100, and the Crucible is 150,000, I think. But I usually see him on someone else's channel debating.
MDD's growing big, guys.
Yeah, the only
MDD's
fan
growing
girl.
big. Have you seen how much subscribers MDD's got now?
Oh, has it got? I haven't even noticed.
They've got a lot of subscribers.
But yeah, Andrew Wilson. I usually see him talking to the OnlyFans girls, telling them what they're doing wrong and stuff. You know what I mean? I can't remember what stream that's on, what show that's on. It's a guy. It's one of his mates, but I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. I'll find it at some point.
Yeah, and he's pretty logical guy. He uses proper arguments. It only got him like twice or 3 times, that didn't agree with his argument. It was faulty parallel. But in general, yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah, because now I've seen Modern Day Debates have hit 208k subscribers.
Wow.
That's a lot of super chats.
Oh, they get tons of super chats.
Oh, shame. Look, Awake Souls is premiering a thing at 4 o'clock. This is Limitless joins Flatzoid panel. He really wants to show that embarrassing thing he had on us. Okay.
Well, we're made out of pixels, man. I can just shave off a couple right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah. Wow. So the debate's over.
What's that?
What debate?
I thought it was gonna be a long stream because of debates usually goes on, and then we can have a nice after show.
What's called Whatever Clips, Steve B? Oh, it's called Whatever Clips, right? Okay, is that the name of the
Guys,
thing he goes
have
on?
you seen recently info about the Elon Musk and Dodge? He's providing more stuff for the government. So, like I told you before, words have meaning. So, if you read from the end to front, it's E-God. Dodge. E-God. It's in plain sight, always is, always was, always will be.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're right. You're right. Whoever said that to me? Who said it to me? Steve B. You're right. I just checked it. That's the guy's stream I'm on about that he goes on. The guy's show. Yeah, it is Whatever Clips. You're right.
Yeah. Do you guys want to watch a little video that Taboo put out? He came up with a great hypothesis test.
Hypothesis. Really?
Well, it's basically a method. They got a great measurement from Pikes Peak and use a theodolite to do it, and it actually it's a null hypothesis that actually varied out to be flat using globe math. It's kind of funny. I'll put it in here if you want to look at it later or now or not. It's in the back. I'll stick it in the front too. I did it last night on my show. It's a good little video.
Whatever Clips has got 1.28 million subs. So that's what I'm saying. What Andrew Wilson goes on big channels.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not saying that makes him a brilliant man or anything. I'm just saying I didn't even know he debated on Modern Day Debate, to be honest. I didn't know
but
that.
like I'm saying, he knows scripture. So if he doesn't know scripture at all, so I'm very surprised that they're going to be debating. But they're going to be talking secular humanism. So you don't really need to go scripture on that.
It's just
but
atheist.
secular humanism,
Atheism.
I don't think Craig is up for that either.
To me, that's just being an atheist.
Yes, it is.
It is.
No,
because where do they get their morals from?
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly watch some of this. Shout out to Taboo Conspiracy, guys. Here's his video in chat for you guys. Let's see what
I put it in there already.
I have more awesome evidence of our flat Earth today. It's a new approach, and it's quite clever. I'd like to primarily thank Dr. Michael Heffron for coming up with this novel test and for his excellent presentation and work here. I would also like to thank Space Audits for sharing this information. I'll have a link in the description to Space Audits where you can go and subscribe. Space Audits is an awesome channel. They've been covering the
Oh,
Knickabine flat Earth proof
There
extensively.
we go.
I highly.
Hey, Soph, how's it going?
All right.
Hey, Seth.
I got to do Flatzoid stuff today.
Hey.
I had to spray paint this ductwork, galvanized ductwork. We just spray painted it flat black, and then about halfway through, decided it would probably be a good idea if we set up some fans so that we could get the fumes out of there. The monkeys were attacking or something. I don't know. I was starting to get buzzed out. I was like, we need to ventilate this shit, man, badly.
So, how long till your stream tonight? How many hours?
Let's see, about 6 hours.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're going to be asleep by then, Yanni.
It will be 6 hours.
Tomorrow, listen, tomorrow night I'm going to do, or way earlier in the evening, probably about 1.5 hours to 2 hours from now.
All right, yeah.
Tomorrow night, and that's where we're going to get started on YouTube, and then I'm going to drop over onto Rumble, and we're going to show the Passion of the Christ.
All right.
Nice.
I'll definitely have to be there.
Nice.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to actually see the number 2, Passion of Christ number 2.
Yeah, I want to see the Resurrection. Yeah, I want to see that.
Resurrection. It looks. The preview looks quite good.
It's out now?
No, not yet.
No, when is it coming out? I think it's.
I'm doing Matrix 3 and 4 tonight on Rumble.
Resurrection.
Or before the soft starts, though. But it might. I think we'll clash though. So.
April. It's coming out 18th of April.
18th April, cool. They're actually doing Matrix 5 as well. That's been agreed to do.
I like that. The Bev's house was built by architects using Dr. Seuss blueprints. No horizontals, just swirls.
Are you sure it's coming out April? Because I'm looking in IMDb and it just shows it in pre-production.
No, it says 18th of April, 2025.
What?
The release.
Suggest you watch this video here. Also, Space Audits was on Globebusters last week, discussing the missing upward Earth curvature shadow flat Earth proof, which I am very fond of. I'll have links to both videos in the description. As I understand, Dr. Michael Heffron will be on the Globebusters this Sunday, where they will go over the updated presentation that you're actually seeing right now. And hopefully, Dr. Heffron will be able to answer any questions you have and correct any mistakes that I might make. But I love this test, and I hope that many more of you will consider.
He's calling it a test and not an experiment.
Yes, it's not an experiment.
That's good, because that means he understands it's not science.
We're replicating this. However, I do think that you have to conduct this test at higher elevations in order to avoid atmospheric distortion and compression. This test was conducted with respect to Pikes Peak in Colorado, which is perfect with that 6,000-foot base elevation. The test was conducted at Dr. Heffron's house, which was 50.7 kilometers or 31.5 miles east of Pikes Peak. Here's a picture of Pikes Peak from his driveway. Pikes Peak has an elevation 2,226 meters or 7,303 feet higher than Dr. Heffron's location. Now, we're going to assume a flat Earth and use some trigonometry. I inputted the distance and Pikes Peak elevation, and you get an angle of 2.514 degrees, or 2 degrees, 30 minutes, 50 seconds. Dr. Heffron calculated 2 degrees, 31 minutes, so they are pretty close. In other words, if the Earth is flat, which it is, then the angle to the top of Pikes Peak from Dr. Heffron's location should be close to 2 degrees, 31 minutes. On a globe, the peak would be lower at 2 degrees.
I want to congratulate Ben for actually having the balls to actually say it's flat, because it is. Take a lesson, Bev. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. And he's showing you how it measures flat.
17 minutes, because on a globe, the Earth would have dropped 662 feet at that distance. 31.5 times 8 inches divided by 12. Using a theodolite, Dr. Heffron obtained an angle of 2 degrees 30 minutes. That measurement alone confirmed the Earth is flat, which is awesome evidence, but it gets better. Now, the globe propagandists are going to all proclaim in unison that Dr. Heffron got that flat Earth angle measurement due to Pikes Peak jumping upwards due to the miraculous curvature-removing properties of refraction.
Always that. I can't refraction. And have you guys realized refraction is always just the correct amount they need? Have you guys realized that? It's amazing by coincidence that refraction is always just the amount they need.
Yeah, it validates their observation on a globe. It has to.
But you see, this is how the globies work, though. When you do something and that doesn't get the results they want, then what is their answer? Oh, well, you didn't do it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The cool thing about this observation is he goes a step further beyond this. He goes to the celestial with it, and it's really
nice.
it validates the flat Earth too.
If they say
We've all heard the
didn't do it right, I would tell them, okay, go to his location and do it right. Do it yourself. And let's see what you will receive as outcome. Very simple.
Allegation hundreds of times, and that's where Dr. Heffron thought of a genius way of destroying the claim that atmospheric refraction somehow removed the curvature. Dr. Heffron was able to locate a star that dropped behind or was occulted by the top of Pikes Peak. Notice in the diagram that from his position, 51 kilometers away, the star must also be at the same angle of 2 degrees 31 minutes right before it disappeared. Now, if Dr. Heffron was able to immediately teleport to the top of Pikes Peak, he would still get the same angle of 2 degrees 31 minutes to the star on a flat Earth. Are you with me so far? For reference, here's a picture of the star that dropped behind the top of Pikes Peak. Dr. Heffron then used stellarium to get the angle to the star from the top of Pikes Peak. But this is the important part. Stellarium allows you to disable atmospheric refraction. The big question is, once you remove atmospheric refraction, would the star be in a straight line to the top of Pikes Peak down to the theodolite? Well, according to stellarium, once you remove atmospheric refraction, the same star had the same straight line angle at 2 degrees 31 minutes, but the star would have been 15 minutes higher with atmospheric refraction.
Oops.
Because the star lined up with the peak, the Earth
that's detrimental to them because they have to then claim, well, the mountain lifted up because refraction, but it can't be refraction, otherwise the star would be higher.
Yep, that's why I love this.
That's a death blow. Yeah, so
Ben
what is
is
it,
smart.
refraction or not?
Well, the celestial proves that it's not refraction for sure. There is no refraction. They account for the measurement.
Yeah, because if they're saying there's refraction, then the star wouldn't line up, but the mountain would go up. If they say there's no refraction, the mountain wouldn't line up, but the star would line up. So they have to choose.
Okay, so what happened was it refracted, and then it didn't refract, and then it refracted again.
It came back down to where it was.
No, it's selective refraction. It only refracts the mountain, not the stars.
It refracted the refraction of the refraction.
Has to be flat. Now, the globe propagandists are stuck because they can't claim the mountain jumped up due to refraction, but the star somehow avoided atmospheric refraction and jumped down. I hope this little summary helps you understand the presentation. Enjoy.
keep it simple, stupid hypothesis. H1, Earth flat. H0, Earth not flat. That's why it's important to.
Okay, it's not a hypothesis. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I got that when you did it, but
Yeah.
That's the if not statement.
Yeah, it's not a.
It's not
it's
a
not
hypothesis.
Yeah.
It's just a logical argument. That's what it really boils down to.
Instead, refute the null hypothesis.
Sorry?
It can be a null hypothesis.
Yeah, because there's no cause and effect here. It's just the if. Let's go back. He says, so the hypothesis 1 is Earth is flat, and hypothesis 0 is Earth is not flat. That's just a statement.
Yeah.
There's no hypothesis there.
It's just an observation that proves one or the other.
Yeah. So it's like a modus tollens. It's like the black swan.
If Q, then P.
So it's not science, though. It's just a logical deduction based on observation. So there's no null there either, because what would the null be? Because it can't be if flat, not flat. It can't be both in a null, because a null is just a... well, if he's saying Earth is flat, the Earth is not flat would be a null. Correct?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just saying this doesn't work. This isn't a hypothesis. Because the null is just simply the validation of the not cause for the fact. So in other words, if you made a claim about a cause and it wasn't the cause, then you've validated the null. There's no cause and effect relationship here to make this claim.
Yeah. The thing that impressed me the most that he actually used celestials to prove it wasn't refraction. That's the most clever part of this whole thing.
Yeah, it's good. But I am going to tell you as well, Globies will give an excuse to that, saying, well, refraction only works a certain degree amount above the Earth.
Yeah. And actually, there was an observation I made the other day. I was just crossing the bridge, and there's 2 sets of mountains where I was crossing over, and it showed this one. The sun was setting kind of behind me to my right, like in the southeastern of me. And I'm looking towards a mountain, because one mountain is got a shadow, like darkness on it. There's a mountain behind it that is lit up. The top part of the mountain is lit up, but yet the sun is setting. And when you're looking at it, the sun looks like it's lower than the mountain that I'm looking at in front of me. And where the mountain is that's behind it, the height of it is not high enough for the angle of the sun to be able to hit that. So therefore, it's up high still, but it's high enough. It's just far enough away that it's shadowing that mountain, but not enough to not allow light to hit the top of the other mountain.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same, like when you're seeing this angle on the screen right now, that one mountain that's behind it, you see the angle, you can see the tip you're looking at the tip of the 2 mountains. It's almost like that. But the shadow part of it would be like the mountain behind it to the left. And being the sun up there, it's lighting up the mountain behind it. It's really it was like kind of interesting to see it. I don't know if I can ever see that again, I'm going to pull over and take a picture of it.
Yeah, that'd be cool to look at. Well, I'm going to say something about the refraction. If you're staring through more atmo, you're going to get the same amount or more refraction. In that case, the celestials would be refracted, wouldn't it? It's higher to the top of the stratus than it is to the top of that mountain that they're observing. Correct?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think refraction would be any different for the stars than it would be for.
It's not as dense going up higher, though.
Yeah,
that's
but
why
there's still a lot more of it. Yeah.
No. in lengthwise, you're going through more because of the denseness of the atmosphere it's more dense lower than it is up higher, right? So when you angle up higher, so you actually have more atmosphere you're going through when you're down than you would be going up.
Yes, you are correct.
It's thicker.
And the evidence for that is that when you go higher, it's way harder to breathe. So you can experience that yourself.
Uh-huh.
Earth not flat. That's why it's important to instead refute the null hypothesis, which must be carefully worded as the exact opposite of the hypothesis. It's important to ensure H1 and H0 are not merely opposite, but also mutually exclusive, so that if the null hypothesis is probably false, then the hypothesis is probably not false. Because H1 may contain hunches and or unstated assumptions, it can never be proven. For example, this and the prior drawing clearly illustrate the unstated assumption that flat does not mean free of hills and valleys. Instead, flat would be interpreted by most reasonable people as not the surface of an ellipsoid. It is not necessary to complicate H1 by stating it is not an ellipse, not a pyramid, not a square, etc., because if H0 is true for any reason, then H1 is false. However, if H0 is false for any reason, then H1 is probably not false. In other words, H0 asserts that H1 is wrong, and so the goal is to determine or to demonstrate that H0 is probably wrong. If H0 is probably wrong, then H1 is probably true. So if the...
You see, he's taking some of it correct, but he's placing it wrong. Because he's correct when he's putting it H0 to H1. That's correct. How he's placing it. But you're supposed to be placing it with H1 would be caused by what you are proposing. H0 would be if it's not caused by what you proposed. You see, but there's no causal relationship here. So it's not a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
He just made an if-then statement. That's it. So if it's this, then this. If it's not, then this. That's it. That's not any science. So that's wrong.
It's just a logical argument. That's not a hypothesis.
Yeah, it's not a hypothesis exactly.
Just like the black swan's not a hypothesis neither. It's just a logical argument.
Yeah,
it's a hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
Is the Earth is not flat. If we can prove that wrong, if we can nullify the hypothesis, it means that H1, the Earth is flat, is probably true. Now, because science is never settled, it is generally considered too strong a statement to claim that the hypothesis is probably true. So instead, we assert to some level of confidence that H1 is probably not wrong. Refer back to Ether Roundtable number 63 if you need more than this brief overview of the need for a null hypothesis.
Yeah, I want to point out, these are all ether-based people. That's why they don't understand science. Because
yeah, I know.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Because they believe ether to be a thing which also cannot be scientifically shown.
What is ether? Please. If you can
They
give
don't
me
know
a definition.
themselves. They don't even know themselves. It keeps changing. Thank you, Crashes82, for your membership. Really appreciate it. You Brock. Woohoo! And by the way, I appreciate everybody's memberships. Appreciate all the super chats, the likes, and shares. Please, please, please hit the likes if you haven't already. It really does help the show to grow. You guys are awesome. Let's see if we can get to 100 again. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet you Saab has ether laying around somewhere in that room he's got. You got
I do. It's all around me. It's all around me. It's like it's the force. That's what it is.
Oh, nice.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Conveniently, this is a view of the Rocky Mountains from my driveway, the highest mountain peak.
Sorry?
You didn't see me vape.
In this photo is the snowy Pikes Peak at the top center of the photo. One moment. All right. Simple trigonometry should be adequate to refute H0. Uh-oh, he's pulling out the theodolite, boys. In theory, simple trig should be sufficient to refute H0. You got a 50.7 kilometer baseline, a 2,226 meter elevation, results in a theta angle of 2 degrees and 31 arc minutes. This website calculated the distance between me and the peak, and the initial bearing from my longitude, and the final bearing from the peak's longitude. The final bearing will become useful a few slides from now. Now, Pikes Peak is 50.7 kilometers from me, and it is 2,226 meters higher than my altitude. Because of that, Simple Trig says that a theodolite should sight the Pikes Peak visitor center about 2 degrees and 31 arc minutes above a flat plane through my altitude. So using plain trig, we got 231.
Nice, but still doesn't make it science though.
No. It's a good measurement. And it comes out about equal, about 230, 231. I think he averages out at 232. It's pretty close.
Oh, Jeff, he's already spoke to Bev. That's done. That's done.
What?
Yeah, it's already over. I ended
fast.
up leaving because we just didn't get anywhere.
No.
Emma had to butt in for some reason.
Oh, for goodness sake. What was she
You
on
don't
about?
want to shut up.
And Elderbear wouldn't shut up neither. God bless that man.
Is that what you really mean?
Yes.
Not going to be the same for spherical trig, if you didn't know that. Now, the David White 8300 theodolite is what he used. It says, I found a well-used antique David White 8300 theodolite on eBay that cost me $65, including free shipping. Now, that's a steal, bro.
Wow.
Many people claim this model is the best theodolite ever made. To anyone who may be interested in buying one of these, I recommend paying extra to get its original tripod, because it's got a very non-standard tripod and it needs an expensive adapter to attach it to a modern tripod. It's slightly tricky to operate because of its many adjustments. He's got this vernier scale. Also, it's necessary. Basically, it's the vernier scale on the bottom is accurate to the nearest 5 arc minutes. So to the nearest 5 arc minutes. All right, so that's the precision that we're working with. Plus or minus
That's a good
5.
distance.
Yeah.
Close up of the visitor center on top of Pikes Peak. The summit's very flat, and the visitor center is easy to identify from far away using a telescope or a theodolite. At night, the observation room on the far left is lit and is therefore easy to identify on the mountaintop. Here's a photograph. Oh, you got it up there. Visitor center is 4,300 meters, 50.7 kilometers from me at 2074 meters.
Nice,
So
nice. You can see
the
that.
flat Earth elevation angle is 2 degrees, 31 arc minutes. Pretty simple. He couldn't get a good photo through the theodolite, so he took it with his telescope. And he got the altitude, latitude, and longitude from Wikipedia, altitude, latitude, and longitude of the theodolite from the GPS waypoints app on his Android phone, which is accurate to within about a meter at least, right? Modern GPS. So that means the elevation of the visitor center should be 2 degrees, 31 arc minutes above my level if Earth flat, or 2 degrees, 17 arc minutes above my level if Earth globe. For H not to be true, Earth not flat, the elevation needs to be something other than 231. My theodolite measured 230, which was the closest its accuracy would allow it to get to 231. Thus, to within the accuracy of my theodolite, my very first measurement refuted the H0 assertion that the Earth is not flat. That is only one data point, but there are many more to come. Now, it gets better.
I don't like this that much. I like his idea, but I don't like the fact he's trying to push science onto it.
Yeah. What he does is he takes basically the refraction and he drags it right back down to what it would be with a flat measurement. So,
yeah,
I agree with you.
Uncompensated
But
stellar.
on the other hand, it will work for globbers because they like this kind of stuff. So maybe it will speak to them. They will try to debunk it, but they won't be able to do it.
they won't be able to. That's what it is. And he's trying to talk to them more than us.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm referring to.
Jeff Guy said, Jay did. Bev used to tell everybody that there was a plane. He certainly did a long time ago.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah. Not anymore.
Barium elevation for the star is in line with your view of the peak. Trigger warning. The following results may cause globers to melt down. The remainder of this presentation may cause cognitive dissonance for those who believe the Earth is a globe when they realize their own globe Earth tools clearly indicate the Earth is flat. Oh, is that the star 39 Aquarii being occluded by the mountaintop? The time-lapse video was 2 minutes of viewing the Pikes Peak Visitor Center 50.7 kilometers west of my house. A jet flew from south to north about midway through the video, but this was my first relatively good shot of a mountain peak occluding a star. The photo on the right is the video frame 1 second before the Pikes Peak Visitor Center occluded the star 39 Aquarii at 6:27:25 p.m. on January 31st, 2025. The white rectangle on the left side of the peak is the lights in the observation room of the visitor center. There's a light dusting of snow on the peak that's visible due to the starlight from the clear sky above. The light gray circle is the stellarium view of a 15 arc-minute radius around the approximate midpoint of the ground level of the Pikes Peak Visitor Center. The dotted red line is the expected elevation of 39 Aquarii. So it was about 2 arc minutes higher than expected.
That's quite a lot.
15 arc seconds, 1 clock second.
That's actually quite a lot.
2 arc minutes? Yeah.
It's quite a lot. That's a big difference.
Of that is because the visitor center had not yet occluded the star, and another 15 arc seconds was due to the height of the visitor center above the ground. Thus, the actual deviation from the expected measurement was about 1.5 arc minutes. Okay. According to Stellarium, Pikes Peak occlusion elevation. For the star, it would be 2 degrees, 46 plus or minus 2 arc minutes with correction. And without a correction, it would be 2 degrees, 31 plus or minus 2 arc minutes without a correction, right? He measured 230. He got 231 plus or minus 2, which is within that range. Now my sunroom occlusion elevation, 219 plus or minus 2 with that width.
Okay. That's
and
big boring, man.
204 plus or minus 2 without correction.
It's dry as hell.
But yeah, we get the answer. We get it.
Yeah.
It's flat, man.
Man, they're gonna hate this when we start using.
So yeah.
He drags it out, but he's doing his highlights like Huey used to do with his color. Put it in red. Make sure you understand what he's talking about. Well, you got to think about it. It's,
What's that?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna end it here then.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sleep. If we had more to do, we could stay on, but I'm actually quite tired.
Cool.
I'm actually falling asleep thanks to the presentation. Thanks,
Thank you. You're welcome anytime. Pete, they were doing that on banners when I put it over there. They were just like, well, we can make observations that prove flat Earth, but I can't watch this stuff. I mean, really.
It's a bit dry. But yeah, he has to probably put the information out there, but we have to correct him. It's not science, so not a hypothesis. Sorry. But yeah. What are you guys' thoughts, closing statements?
Bit retarded. Sorry, but
I'm retarded. Oh my God. I'm sorry I missed that.
Oh, you should go back and listen to. If you want a headache, go and listen to it.
I used to support him. He used to say, like Jeff said, he used to say it was a plane. You know, and I've supported him in comment sections years ago when people were attacking him. But now I kind of see why, you know. That's it. But good stream, man. Good stream.
Yeshua's Yahweh.
Bev's afraid of flat Earth, dude. That's all it is.
Well,
he's chicken.
That's it.
He doesn't. He can't get around the fact that the Earth is flat. So he's just on a position of being neutral, so that people don't put him into the same category as what people deem as being flat earthers as being stupid, apparently, you know.
But he's on the fence, but he leans towards the the globe side, more or less. You know what I mean?
He's in the closet.
Of course, of course.
He's a closet flat earther.
And I know he's not a globe, you know what I mean? But what is he? It's weird.
He's a Bebite. He's his own follower. That's what he is.
Well,
he's his own cult.
Well, he is a cult. Well, Bev said geometry is the logos, God's word.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Look at Salt's face.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Well, if you actually look at creation, he is somewhat right in a sense. If you look at creation, you see the forms that certain things create, like when you see those perfect like spirals in nature.
But that's not logos, though. That's just creation. That's just
and
God's word.
Who is creation? The word, logos. So yes,
the word is Jesus.
He's technically right.
No, he's saying geometry is logos.
That's what he said. Geometry is logos. That's not right.
Oh, okay. So sorry, but
you see, there's a difference between what you say. Creation follows geometry, okay, which was created by God speaking. That's different. But to what he's saying geometry is logos. He's saying geometry is God's word.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I misheard that then.
Can I just point out Aries' failure and how it proved the starlight does not come in parallel?
Well, what? Duffy's failure shows the Earth to be flat? What?
Does it? Where? Yeah. Oh God. Aries' failure was around before Duffy, but now we're in the Duffy's failure. So I don't know how many times we had to show reality and then they got to distort it. That's
well, that's what they do.
Did you hear, Sov? McToon is trying to get Roger not to go into Antarctica end of the year. Why is that?
He says retroactively as well, didn't you? Roger's trying to get to.
He did.
How is it retroactively?
You see, if he had nothing to hide, you would support him in getting his GoFundMe sorted to go. Remember, but the fact that he's trying to make sure Roger doesn't go. What does that say?
Yeah, starts in it.
Yeah.
Everything that I said right to begin with.
Lies.
Right.
They catch up with you. I'm going to prove how they didn't do science while they were down there. They're claiming this is an experiment, even an expedition at that matter. This was all pre-planned, pre-set, pre-made. It's cookie cutter. They didn't prove anything.
But yeah, thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate you all.
Oh,
sorry that I thought we were going to have a longer debate, but I couldn't hold it on anymore. Just saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Well, at least you just over the whiteboard.
Wait, and over and over and over and over again.
Can I just correct myself though? I correct myself. It is actually retroactively. I was thinking of another word. It is because they've already been, and it's of course it is. I was thinking of retrospect. You know what I mean? I was thinking. Well, it is retroactively. Sorry, it is. Correct myself.
I tried to be active. I tried to go with them the first time. They didn't want me to go. Yeah.
That's very telling.
Isn't it just?
So we'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Many blessings. May the pressure with you. Make sure to catch Sov earlier. He says it's going to be 2 hours earlier, correct?
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I'll be on in 2 hours.
And then
tomorrow.
PJ never sleeps, so support him.
Movie night, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've got to finish the Matrix. It's something nice, but we've got the rest on the YouTube side. We've got another half of that video from Tuesday when we did Matrix 1 and 2. So we've still got that to do the simulation theory thing. Yeah.
Saying PJ doesn't sleep, that's a lie, because we were watching The Matrix and his head was right down, and I'm going, PJ!
He scared the crap out of me, man. Nearly fell asleep a couple of times. Jeff wouldn't let me.
Get stronger coffee, man.
No, I'd stopped drinking coffee that time because I kept going to the toilet like every 2 minutes. So I was like, no more coffee. I'll be good.
Keep you regular. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I fall asleep through the film because I've seen them doing that. But so good. So good.
So, what are you doing your Passion of the Christ right quick?
Oh, tomorrow about 6:30.
Cool.
Yeah.
And also I'll be on tomorrow at 3 p.m. GMT with the FTFE versus Andrew Wilson debate. So I'll put that link in there.
We're gonna be reviewing that probably tomorrow night.
Yeah, cool. I'm just showing it live. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just showing it live. I'll just be there.
We'll be reviewing that.
Yeah, cool.
Cheers, guys. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Many blessings. May the best with you. Bye-bye.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path